RIP to Polygon. Sadly, most of games media is going to wave the dinosaur very soon. Here's an actually nice article they wrote about me in 2012 before the internet ruined humanity. That is right, DSP is talking about Polygon going out of business, people losing their jobs, and he says he doesn't care about that, it's all about me. Here's an article where they said nice things about me before all the trolls ruined it, dude. But apparently he had the wrong link, so he updated it and said actual link to the positive Polygon article about me from 2012, long before the net turned against me. Then we see a picture of Philip Burnell on the cover of May Vogue. Then we have Emo Ghost here. Things are looking up for DSP. Finally, he gets a shout out from YouTube Gaming. Here's his 16 more years of meaningful content. Then we see YouTube Gaming. Can't believe the camera's been on the whole time. DSP has been on YouTube for 16 years. Then we see DSP absolutely depressed, and it says total calories consumed, and it's almost 2 million plus. Real fans, 0. Then of course, DSP has to put this out about GTA 6 being delayed. The GTA 6 delay sucks, but maybe now other game developers will stop being cowards and actually give the game's release dates in 2025. The first week of June is going to be huge for game news now. Yeah, DSP, you should not be calling other people cowards. Remember, GTA 6 was supposed to save the business, dude. Then DSP also puts this out. See you all in the morning for the start of a fun-packed, crazy long week of streams. Tons of progress in combination of narrative, chill, and competitive games, and the Viewer's Choice Marathon. It's gonna be a great one. Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be a crash out marathon. And then we have some band kick names. Undershirt sleeves too long. Bamboo shirt sues the autism. Mark my words, I'm bursting today. Happy birthday, Philly. Linda smoking but pregnant. Renton salt mine. Rainy day fun. Too dumb for Lego. Jamal on kick origins, fat cat. Entire income is begging real. Unhappy narcissist real. Happy May 1st burst. Beat it piggy beat it. Rich tomorrow real. Only climb secure tree sissy. It's the final gout down. House full of pets but no panda. Cat Jasper who dies first lol. It's okay boss man. Cat is just fat. DSP gaming jet lag. And of course, Cat's ovary and thyroid cancer. And then we had Gamer Nerd Stevie, who is also Gamer Stevie. He gives DSP $10 and says, LOL, it's glitched. Lance is glitched. Of course, that's from one of DSP's playthroughs. And this guy is also psychotic. If you haven't seen the video on my other channel, I go over some of the Gamer Stevie stuff. It is quite a bit of psychotic stuff. This man is in debt around 2K, and he's borrowing money from other people to give to DSP. And then DSP starts off by saying he is upset Square has not milked Chrono Trigger in a billion remakes and spin-offs because he wants to relive his childhood. Yeah, cause Phil, RPGs, especially Chrono Trigger, really worked well for your channel. Everybody kept saying, don't play it, it's boring. And you kept saying, this is my childhood, dude, just support it. I don't care if you like the game, just support it. We don't want to go through that yet again, Phil. And of course, DSP doesn't like game journalists, doesn't like reviews, doesn't like anything, and he's saying gaming journalism is dead. He's been saying this since 2015. And not only that, he's the same guy who says, I'm not going to play a game, I'm not going to buy a game that's not reviewed well. All the reviews say it's a bad game, so I'm not going to play it. But at the same time, he doesn't want game reviews to happen. Make that make sense. And this right here perfectly sums up DSP's rant about gaming journalism. And DSP still pushing that he wants more money. He wants to do the marathon tomorrow on the Sunday, and he wants $1,200 today. That is right, between two streams he wants $1,200. And of course, as Otter points out, the SSI has arrived because it's the first of the month, dude. And then DSP's big day off, got Mexican food, bought sneakers because they had clumps coming out, had shoes for 7 years, bought essentials, watched Cat play games. Amazing life there, Phil. And then DSP was mocking people for losing their jobs at Polygon and saying that this needs to happen. Gaming journalism are dinosaurs. They all need to be gone. But remember, at the same time, as Theo points out, he wants everyone to feel sorry for him because when he got fired from the helicopter company. Then he kept saying his article that they wrote about him, Polygon, was a nice article that happened before everyone turned against him, before This Is How You Don't Play. And as Otter points out, the article came out 8 months after This Is How You Don't Play. But of course, DSP doesn't care anything about reality or the order of things. All he cares about is that people kiss his ass and tell him he's doing a good job, dude. And look at this haircut, absolutely disgraceful. I swear his hairstylist is a detractor, dude. And now DSP's gonna explain why Phil Spencer is a moron and he's bad at his job in the most DSP way.
Guy is a fucking buffoon. He's an armpit scratcher. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, raise the price, but no one's buying your product anyway. Raise the price. Ooh, 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 ooh. What are you, stupid? Yeah, you're dumb.
Then people kept saying to Phil, the reason the Xbox prices are going up is because of tariffs. And DSP said, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a business major. And he believes Microsoft doesn't need to manufacture any new Xboxes, and there are warehouses full of unsold consoles. Therefore, tariffs don't affect them. Yes, that is right. DSP believes that the tariffs only affect new products being made. He doesn't understand that it's the shipping process and not the creation process. But remember, he's Big Brain Brunel. He has a business degree, dude. And then goes on to say that Microsoft was wrong to raise the prices on Xbox and accessories because only industry leaders can do that. And he also believes, because he buys his stuff at Black Friday, that the tariffs and the price increase do not affect him. Well, he's in for a surprise when Black Friday happens. And then the topic of RPGs come up, and Chrono Trigger, and all these classic RPGs, and he says, people like him had their entire childhood based around classic RPGs. Then we have this from That Being Said, with a throwback from 2017. DSP, at this point, I'm open to suggestions on alternative revenue streams to keep this going. Selling shirts? I don't know, but something has to work. And we have Arthur Perry. DSP, look, I've been a fan for a long time and still watch your videos every day for a few hours. This asking for help needs to end. DSP, end? Will money magically fall from the sky? Welcome to adult life. If YouTube keeps screwing me, we need to find solutions together. And that tells you his mentality, even back in 2017, that it's the fans' responsibility to tell him how to do his job and give him money. And then this week, he kept getting Argentina member bombs. And remember all the freakouts he's had about the member bombs in the past. Well, now he's gonna say, oh, it's no big deal. I handle it like a veteran.
We got people dropping fake member bombs. I'm such a veteran of handling it now. As you notice, I didn't even bring it up. Gamer Stevie J is, or not Gamer Stevie J, Gamer Nerd Stevie is. So, you know, it's just, when it happens, I just brush it off, whatever. Nobody gives a shit that there's fake memberships. You know, I just ban the idiot and I move on and I remove the messages. So, there you go.
Then we have this from Gamer Chris, who is Gamer Stevie's bestie. That is right, he calls him his bestie. Hope you had a good day, Phil. Hope everything is well with you, bro. You're a cool and hilarious person, bro. And this, my friend, is Gamer Chris. And surprise, surprise, he looks like every other dent that supports DSP. Then we have Gamer Stevie, who has given DSP at least $50 so far, sees this picture and comments about this picture. Damn, if I was a lion, she bad. No, Gamer Stevie, you're just down bad. And then Sarah Barclay, the most disgusting person on the planet. And of course, this is OIC. DSP Gaming, damn, you look very yummy with the new trim, Phil. Of course, talking about his haircut. Absolutely disgusting. Then if you remember, in the last video, the new norm is now $300 a stream, so $600 a day, almost $200,000 a year. And he keeps pushing it. Come on, guys. One goal on the pre-stream, one goal on gameplay. Let's do this. Let's get $300, dude. And he has normalized his begging, and he has beaten people down, so it's just a daily thing. It's no big deal, and it's only a matter of time before that 300 becomes 400 and he wants $800 a day, because DSP never scales back. Then man, oh man, look at all the people that are participating in his chat. And of course, Gamer Nerd Stevie is there. Then we have Bland Polecat, due on the 1st of every month, guys. And we see Phil pointing to a sign that says, your Phil bill is 2 days past due. Then if you remember, on his birthday stream, he had burgers that he said his wife made from scratch with the patties. And everyone noticed the grill marks. Well, now DSP is going to talk about how he made burgers tonight, which is kind of weird because your wife always makes the food, but now you're making your own food, almost like she's not there. But he's going to put a little detail into the story and say he used his grill pan. That's why it has marks on it for dinner tonight.
Okay, Michael asked, how was dinner? Good. We had bison burgers. I made them where I fried them up in a grill pan. Has the one that has the grill lines on it. So you fry them up. They're very lean meat, almost no fat in a bison burger. So we had double bison burgers with a piece of cheddar cheese, fresh lettuce, fresh sliced tomato. I had some pickles. And on a brioche bun with condiments. My wife had ketchup and mustard. And I had some Kewpie mayonnaise and mustard. It's Japanese style mayonnaise and mustard. No, excuse me. I had Kewpie mayonnaise and ketchup, not mustard. It was absolutely delicious. Super good. So.
And then DSP puts this out for the night stream. Call of Duty is back. Join me now for Black Ops 6 multiplayer on stream. And let's hit the goal so we can do Viewer's Choice Marathon ASAP. Okay, so let's see how DSP did in Call of Duty.
Of course, the entire enemy team spawns together, so I get killed. Of course.
They've taken the lead.
Of course! Again, like, what is going on? Why is there always some guy who has a cheap drop on me before I have a chance to do anything? Well, we're off to an awful start. My team has killed, like, no one, and they killed us, like, twice over already. Like, my excuse is I'm melee, trying to get stuff moving. Their excuse is they just fucking suck ass. There really is no excuse. It was just fucking god-awful.
Then DSP revealed that he doesn't believe you can be racist if you're talking about a fictional character. You can only be racist if you're talking about an actual living, breathing person. So any cartoons, any characters from TV, movies, games, if you say something racist, then it automatically is not racist according to DSP. And then we have the partner application, which outlines how someone gets paid on Kick. Your revenue would depend on multiple factors like your viewership, getting botted, content hygiene, well, DSP doesn't do any kind of hygiene, streaming frequency, unique chatters, new user acquisition, retention rates, and more. And that, my friends, is why he's getting view botted, and you always see new people in the chat. And that's why last week he said he wants people to create sock accounts to support him, because he wants the appearance of new people constantly coming into his chat. So the new user acquisition. And of course, daily wrap. What was it about? Goals, support, and the marathon. And why you're not giving him money, dude. And now we get to Sunday. But before that, we have a throwback from That Being Said. Remember, this is during when DSP was spending like crazy. And he was blaming everyone and anything for his money problems. Alexander, you need to stop blaming YouTube for your mistakes. They didn't tell you to move across the country and buy expensive cars. DSP, I could afford all of that when I did it. What you're saying makes no logical sense. Remember, 13 max credit cards, $10,000 to move from the movers. And in about 3 years, he would file for bankruptcy in debt for $500,000. But remember, dudes, he couldn't afford it back then. Then we have a Nerd Brew Boy Summer that shows off Phil as a bobblehead figure. Then we have another thumbnail made by DSP with that face and the title, I Just Suck, Black Ops 6 Multiplayer. Absolutely horrible thumbnails. I would bet that you miss Darziak so much right now. And it didn't stop there. Look at this thumbnail for Games Journalism is Crashing. And look at that face. That cunty little face. And then today is May 4th, Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And we have a quote from Phil Burnell, April 23rd, 2025. Frankly, I don't care about Star Wars. Phil Burnell, May 4th, 2025. May the 4th be with you. We are live and we have some Star Wars festivities in store for the podcast. What a grifter, what a hypocrite, what a shill. And then DSP promised Star Wars festivities on the Level 1 Codecast, as it's called by Rob Bennett. Now, what was the Star Wars festivities? Well, you see, he changed the text on the leaderboard. That is it. That's his big festivities. Remember, he never overhypes and underdelivers, dude. Then he's still desperate. He wants that marathon. He wants that money for it today. And his big selling point is that he has all the alcohol, such as moonshine. He has White Claw. He has flavored shots. He has tequila. And he wants to be buzzed, dude. But remember, he's a former alcoholic, dude. And not only does he want the marathon tomorrow, in order for that to happen, he wants 5 goals hit today so you can do it tomorrow. And it is the beginning of the month, so you know what that means in DSP terms, SSI. That is right. Government checks are out. And DSP gets spoiled. However, he's gonna ban a couple of people for making a joke that his supporters are on SSI. And we get quite the crash out from DSP.
Be very matter of fact and very transparent, all right? On Kick, we know all the drama and stuff that's happened over the months, okay? We know this. And I'm appreciative of everyone who watches me on Kick every day. But there is definitely a toxic troll element on Kick. People who think that they can say or do whatever they want, despite the rules, despite the fact that I've already reprimanded them for their behaviors, and they're not going to get away with it. They're acting like it's a good old boys club. Oh, well, I've been here since the beginning, so that means I could just sit here and say toxic things about everyone, right? So this morning, 2 particular people literally made bad jokes, saying things such as, oh, all of Phil's supporters are just on government money and they're waiting for their government checks to come in so that they could support him. And, you know, that's completely unacceptable. It's not even a meme. It's outright insulting, okay? These 2 particular people have never contributed whatsoever to my streams. They're in the streams every day saying toxic shit like that, but have never actually contributed at all. So not only is it a violation of the rules, but it's hypocritical as well. They're not coming back. I don't care. And if you are of the mentality that you think that you can say and do whatever you want, insult regulars, insult supporters, and get away with it, you're wrong. Sorry, the party's over. If you act like an asshole, you'll be treated like the asshole you are, and you will appropriately be moderated. If you have issue with that, fuck you. I don't care. Get out of my chat. Thank you. Okay. So that's that. Enough of the drama. I just wanted to get that out of the way because people were spamming the Kick chat. And, you know, it is what it is. If they continue to spam and they find themselves banned, no one's going to care. There won't be a sympathetic ear for them to cry on. They don't do anything but sit there and do memes and do toxic stuff every day. And I put up with it to some extent. I try to be, you know, a reasonable guy. I don't want to be someone who is throwing the ban hammer around all the time. I don't want to have people think that, oh, when you go to Phil's streams, there's way too much moderation. In fact, it's the control opposite. There's very little moderation on my streams or in my chat. The only real moderation that happens is these idiots who come in and make these fake accounts every day that are incredibly insulting names or doxing, which there's literally 50 of these a day. There's some no-life person who goes on Kick and makes like 50 accounts a day that are all awful. So the mods and I take care of them when we see them. They don't ever talk. They just show up and then we ban them before they even have a chance to try to, you know, be toxic. But outside of that, very little moderation happens, despite what idiots say. So I'm very lax in that. And then I even get complaints sometimes. Why do you let the chat get out of hand? You know, this is your business and you should be making sure that it's a place that everyone can chat and feel safe. And you're right. I get it. And there's not much I can do because I don't want to be a guy who sits around micromanaging everything and moderating constantly. I'd rather make content. I'd rather hang out with you guys and have a good time and play games than sit here and say, moderate, moderate. It's not worth my time, right? But if people are going to be toxic like this, right? If they're going to be stupid, if they're going to be insulting, if they're going to be jerks, and if they're going to outright break the rules and insult others like they're doing, they're not going to be in the chat, okay?
And speaking of SSI, we have Jade, DSP Gaming, hey, made for you. And of course, DSP is toxic and yells and screams and crashes out over anyone. But there's one group of individuals he will not insult. And it's very surprising, but not at the same time. In the past, DSP has his incel manifesto. And of course, the one group he will not insult is incels.
See, I don't know about that. Jalen says call them incels. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about incel culture or anything like that. So I don't want to go that far. Because then you go that far and the next thing you know, that would be a Minecraft moment for me where I misstep and I extend too far and I say things and now I insult people who I don't even know. So I'm definitely not saying that.
Then we had Lucero put DSP, Keto Casino, and Steve Cambion in South Park style. And now DSP is going to go through Viewer's Choice nominations. He's going to eliminate the games that he doesn't like. And he's also going to eliminate games that he thinks will not work for the marathon. But there's going to be one game in particular that he keeps in, that he likes, that he says he would even vote for. Which is hilarious considering what happens during the marathon.
And what we'll do is, I think what we should do, any game that has 40 or more nominations, we're going to write down. But then we're going to see what the games are to make sure that they don't like violate the rules or that they're active and that they make sense to play, you know, and then we'll figure out from there. So we got Mountain Blade, Warband or Bannerlord. I don't know anything about Mountain Blade for the record. So we'll look into it. I don't know anything about it. Okay. Counter-Strike 2, which I don't remember at all, but apparently I did play, people have told me. Class of 09, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which seems to have an overwhelming number of votes. That by far, 315 votes is probably going to be the leader. House Party. I don't mind chess, but when I played chess, people said it was the most boring part of the last Viewer's Choice event. Like, I was enjoying it, and I was getting into it, but people were outright telling me how boring it was. So I don't know if that really makes sense to do it again. Bayonetta 3. Here, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not playing Bayonetta 3. There's just no point. Unless it's, like, really cheap. I don't know how much it is, but I definitely don't want to buy a game like that I know I'm not going to play or enjoy. I don't like that style of game. That's why we didn't play Stellar Blade, right? Fear and Hunger 1 and 2. We already said I can't play that because, sadly, you need multiple mods to even play it. Apparently it has extreme gore and sexual content. American Truck Simulator. WWE 2K25. I'm just going to veto that. What are we going to do in that? If I were to buy the game, what would we do? Sim matches? I don't have time to set up sim matches. The campaign, you play just for an hour? Doesn't even make sense. So I'm not doing that one. Lost Records Tape 2. Are you serious? You want to torture everyone? You want to torture everyone with Lost Records again? I mean, I have it. I could play it whenever I want. Finish a Five Nights at Freddy's game. All right, so we'll do Persona 3 Portable has 40 likes. Does it? Fallout 2. I guess we're getting to these. Fallout 2. GTA 5 Online. I don't even think I have a current copy of GTA 5. Do I? What did I play it on? I don't remember what I played it on when I played it like a couple years ago. 22 games is just too many. So what we might have to do is go through a second time, and now we have to actually count the actual number of nominations to narrow this down even further. What the heck is this? What kind of game is this? Looks like an Atari game. A science fantasy roguelike epic steeped in retrofuturism, deep simulation, and swaths of sentient plants. Wow. $30 for a game that looks like that? It's gotta be good then. Because who would pay $30 for like a text-based game that could have come out in the 1980s? What is Class of 09? I typed in Class of 09. What? Oh, Class of 89. No, 09. What the hell is this? Look. The Rejection Sim returns. Explore a slice of chaotic light in the late 2000s American high school as you assume the role of Nicole once again. Create mass chaos in the lives of your potential suitors. So basically, a bunch of simps like try to hit on you and you just keep turning them down or something. What? It's a giantess fetish. A woman so tall she can't even see those minute details about me. Like how I can't tie my shoes. Oh my god. I feel like this game could be hilarious. What? A bottle of pills? That's kind of fucked up. He's wearing an original Xbox t-shirt. A social simulation fit for sociopaths. Why does it look so weird? It looks like Persona, but with really bad graphics, like choppy animation. Oh god, it bothers my eyes. Just look at this screen. Oh. I might have to veto this game just on the fact that I can't even watch it. Like, it actually hurts my eyes. I know what Darkest Dungeon 2 is. What is House Party? Oh, God, look. Well, look, they just doxed my date of birth. That's great. But, if it needs my date of birth, that's not a good sign. Oh. Strong sexual content, nudity, drugs and alcohol. Oh, this sounds right up our alley for something that I could stream on YouTube. It's from 2022. An edgy comedy adventure. Every decision changes your story. Oh, God. Look at this. This looks shitty. What the fuck? That kicks your ass? You get electrocuted? Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. That's enough. No, we're not doing House Party. We're not doing House Party. Like I said, we got to play stuff that's like YouTube friendly, especially if it has nudity and stuff. We can't be messing with that. All right. Crusader Kings 3. It looks like Risk, but dude, this looks like it would be super boring. Like super duper fucking boring, dude. I have zero interest. Zero. That looks so boring to me. And quite frankly, again, we've played chess. I enjoyed playing it, but everyone told me it was the most boring part of the marathon. So I think I'm going to veto chess. And I'm also going to veto Bayonetta 3. Okay? Because I'm just not interested in it. It's exactly the same as Stellar Blade kind of a deal. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be boring. What's American Truck Simulator? Is all you do drive a truck? Is that literally the whole game, just driving a truck? Is that it? I mean, they have a demo too, so I could probably just play the demo. But it just seems like it would be so boring. You just jump in a truck and you deliver cargo. Like, here's what okay. All right, let me be transparent with you guys, all right? I understand sim games, okay, when they aren't actually just a plain sim. Like, for example, Power Wash Simulator is fun because not only is it kind of cathartic and relaxing to clean things with a power washer, but also it's got some quirky stuff, it's got a story, it's got interesting stuff going on, right? The reason that Power Wash Simulator is good is because it's a fantasy setting plus it's you doing something relaxing in a simulation setting. If you're just simulating something that is actually like a job, why is that? Why would you want to do that? Why don't you just go do the job and get paid for it? Like, if this game is literally simulating how to drive a truck and deliver cargo, why don't you just go do that and receive a paycheck for it? That was what gets me about these simulation games sometimes. When they're so serious of a simulator, I don't get it. How is that fun? If it were fun, why would it be a job that you get paid for? The whole idea of work is that it's probably something that's arduous, time-consuming, possibly physically challenging, mentally challenging, emotionally challenging, right? It drains you, but because you're doing this work, you're getting paid for it, and you make a living, right? Why would you pay money to buy a simulator game to do work that you don't get paid for? I don't understand it. I guess I'll leave it in there for now. Again, I think we're going to have to do, even narrowing this down, we have so many games that we're probably going to have to, we're probably going to still have to narrow it down further. Fallout 2, is that on here? It is. So let me ask this. All right, if I were to get Fallout 2, is it reasonable to play it for an hour and enjoy it? Or is it the kind of game that you really got to immerse yourself in and learn, you know, at a level where you want to learn all the systems and everything? Or can I just casually play it for like an hour? I mean, this might be fascinating just to see the origins of Fallout and where it came from. I'm being told this actually is on PC Game Pass right now. You're right. Maybe it'll be fascinating just to test it and see what it is. All right, we'll leave that on there then. I guess what we need to do, all right, we need to take a look now at each of these and see how many nominations each one had. All right, well, guys, I mean, I think the only fair way to do this, we got to eliminate anything with only 40. So we got to eliminate these bottom 3 here. We got to eliminate Darkest Dungeon 2. We got to eliminate Yick. We got to eliminate Caves of Kood and Duke Nukem Forever. There you go. We're going to have to, sadly, we have to do 2 polls. Oh, I'm not logged in. Ugh, I can only do 4? Oh, no, this sucks. All right, guys, we got to eliminate one more. Dave the Diver. There you go.
And despite past 365 days of multiple things failing, DSP Reacts, DSP Throwback, Political Show, Smart Guys, DSP has his own theory on why those shows failed. And I'll give you the reality before Phil says it. It's because it's Phil. Anything Phil touches, it dies. He is the laziest, bottom-feeding bitch I've ever seen in my life.
I got a $2 tip. This person says, as you said about Star Wars, do it once in a while or it no longer becomes special. Is this something you believe you could learn something from? It is. That's what I've said is I feel, honestly, the reason that the initiatives that I have tried over the last 6 to 8 months, the reason that none of them have really stuck is very simple because I make them regular things and then they're not special anymore. So, for example, I want to do a politics show, DS Politics, right? So I start doing it once a week. And the first week or two, it actually gets attention. It gets support. People are really liking it. By week 5 or 6, people are bored. So instead of doing it every week, maybe do it once a month. Maybe do it every couple of weeks. Do it whenever I feel like, right? But it didn't work as a weekly show. Smart Guys, bringing back wrestling commentary for the first time in over a decade. I started right as Raw hit Netflix, carried through the Royal Rumble all the way up to WrestleMania. First 2 weeks, popular, views, support. Then it kind of starts to die out. Then I kind of reboot it with random guest hosts. Okay, at first there's attention. By the time WrestleMania hits, people are bored. So as I said, it's kind of the deal is when you do something regularly, it doesn't really feel special anymore. Same thing with Lego nights. You know, we had a couple nights or 3 nights in February where we built the succulent plant Lego. Then I built a Minecraft Lego set during my birthday marathon a month ago, which I had in my background for the month of April. And now I built this guy, the Piranha Plant Lego. But after having done it all these times, it's like, okay, he's done it so much, it's not a big deal anymore. Maybe wait a bit, and then maybe later on, this year, we bring it back. Maybe when there's a reason to bring it back, like a specific time that makes sense to bring it back, right? So there you go.
Then another crash out from DSP, as he's calling people pussies, cowards, and little dicks because they won't say things to his face. Now keep in mind, this is the same guy that cried and told Jaha, "I'm an alcoholic. Please, please, have mercy, sir." This is the same guy that leaves his house once a week. This is also the same guy whenever he does interviews or goes on other people's shows. He becomes the bobblehead, just agreeing with everyone and not pushing back. DSP is the pussy, coward, and micro penis. Then it looks like Lost Records Tape 2 is in second place. I wonder what DSP would do if this actually won. Because, you know, the trolls, dude. We'll see how that goes. And then DSP was specific with what he wants. He wants 10 subs on Kick. He wants $50 super chat. And he wants a big, fat, juicy tip. I'm pretty sure the last part he said to John Rambo back in the day. And now DSP's gonna blame YouTube, the nerds in particular, the book smart nerds, for kicking him out of the algorithm. They don't know what they're doing, dudes. Their system is flawed. Even though DSP overflooded people's inboxes with videos, sometimes 2 minutes or less. And people didn't want that, they unsubscribed, they didn't want anything to do with that. But it's YouTube's fault, dudes. He did nothing wrong, he did everything correct.
Well, that's hilariously true, James. He says subs don't really mean anything. Boogie has like 6 million subs still, but he gets 5,000 views a video. It's ridiculous. Like, for example, when I was at the height of my popularity on YouTube, which was, 12, 13 years ago, okay? I only had about 130,000 subscribers, okay? I was bringing in over 10 million views a month. Now I don't even get 1 million views. I was bringing in over 10 million views a month on DSP Gaming with only 100,000 subscribers. Why? Because no one wanted to subscribe to the channel because the YouTube system sucked and people loved the amount that I uploaded but didn't want their entire sub box flooded with just my content. So if they subbed to the channel, all of a sudden in a day they'd see 20, 30 gameplay videos in their sub box, they'd see nothing else. So no one subscribed, but everyone would still watch the videos and I would get insane amounts of views, So even back in the day, when YouTube only wanted to talk about subs, subs didn't actually matter, but YouTube never knew anything about how to actually track anything on their site. They were morons. They were trying to use metrics like it was a TV station. Then they tried to use metrics of engagement that didn't make sense. They never knew shit about what was actually popular. They're just a bunch of fucking book smart nerds. They don't understand the street smarts of YouTube and what actually brings butts to seats or anything. They just follow along this dumb shit that some nerd told them. And they don't even understand why things get popular on their site.
And despite DSP always saying, I'm a chill, positive dude, I don't want any drama, I just want to chill here, relax, and play games with you. I'm not about controversies, I don't get into controversies. DSP said he's never been mass cancelled. His views have only gone up due to controversy. Imagine that, Phil. When your life is in the gutter and you're a scumbag, more than usual, your views go up. I wonder why. Maybe drama? Maybe people exposing you for being a scumbag? And of course, there is the May 1st burst. Then in a moment that's DSP Boomer, he thinks the Pepe with a torch emote is Pepe smoking. And would you look at that? Tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, and DSP doesn't want his wife cooking on Cinco de Mayo. They are door dashing. That is right, dudes. His day off, DoorDash. Cinco de Mayo, DoorDash. His marathon later on in the week, DoorDash. Working towards another DSP tries it for DoorDash. DoorDash, DoorDash, DoorDash. I wonder how that bitch got so fat, Phil. And then DSP was celebrating because he hit the goal. Finally, he hit the goal. But then reminded people, there's 4 more goals to go today to hit a marathon tomorrow. And he needs people to start super chatting and gifting memberships more so he can hit the 4 other goals. What a scumbag. Then if you want to know how dented the dents are, Only Iced Infinite / Dumpy Koala gives $20 to DSP and says he doesn't have jury duty so he can hang out in DSP's chat. And then we have this throwback from a few years ago where DSP compares his style of positive reinforcement for goals versus negative reinforcement, and then he also compares he is their boss and he's given them positive reinforcement to motivate them, dude.
Okay, so now to end the stream, direct comparison. Fun interactive stream, people having fun. Yes, people were trolling me. You roll with it. You have fun. You make the best of it. I'm playing a game I don't even like, but we're having fun. We're interacting. We're having a good positive stream. People tend to step up and contribute when they're having a good time. Versus a stream where I could have just been sitting here and been like, ew, you're poor and you're not subbing because you're a cheapskate and a cheap ass and you're ripping me off because you're watching my stuff and you're not subbing to my channel. Do you see the difference? Do you see how much more fun a positive atmosphere is versus a negative reinforcement atmosphere? It's positive reinforcement atmosphere, negative reinforcement atmosphere. Completely different situations. It's actually very similar to the workplace. A boss who gives positive reinforcements to his employees for doing things and rewards them for doing things well versus someone who negatively reinforces and chastises and yells and threatens. It's different. When you're feeling good and positive, you want to have more fun, you want to contribute, you want that stream to continue because you had a good time on it. Do you think anyone on a stream where they're getting talked down to is having a good time? Of course not. And that's not the kind of stream that I want to create. Spartan King cheered. He said, Derek's wondering, what would you say are your favorite Disney afternoon cartoons? Fraggle Rock, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Darkwing Duck, Pinky and the Brain?
And then DSP, the self-proclaimed quarter Italian, has this quote in the night stream. I've never had gluten-free pasta. I'm Italian, so there's actually no such thing as non-gluten pasta. If you're eating something that doesn't have gluten in it, it's not pasta, it's fake information. So there you go, alright? And then Poems Past pointed something out, is that enemies are not doing damage like they should be on normal difficulty. Because there's enemies that one-shot you, then all of a sudden the same enemies are getting 2 or 3 shots on DSP and barely affecting them. And then he theorizes that DSP changed the difficulty because of that. And then if you're ever wondering what he keeps in his thermos, listen to this quote from DSP. Allow me to pour a drink, holds thermos. I have a very strong filtered water today. Bug eye slaps thermos. Take what you want from that. And then the money was not coming in, and he's now complaining that offline on-demand videos are not getting super thanks. And he blames it on viewers being conditioned to not support offline. It's very weird that he used the word conditioned, just like your live viewers are conditioned to give you super chats and tips at certain times and certain amounts. And then another quote from DSP, where he's holding the game hostage. We will start gameplay soon. I'm waiting on contributions. Then DSP fucked up. So if you notice, these 2 thumbnails here, one for the daily wrap, one for Call of Duty, you notice how they're both the same duration? That is because DSP uploaded the same video twice and just put a thumbnail over one of them. Congratulations DSP, you played yourself. All those on-demand views that you're gonna lose, dude. And then DSP promised he's gonna play Minecraft with mods, and his big reveal is that he used shaders. He doesn't have the time to mess around with it and install mods. Look at that, May 4th, 2025, 213 people watching. Absolutely disgusting. Remember, 18-year veteran right here. And then what did DSP do in Minecraft? He sat down, started fishing so he can do Q&A with people and beg for money. That is what Minecraft 2025 DSP edition is all about. Sit down, fish, and beg for money. And this was his big project. 3 streams to build this house and that one single bed. Divorce coin going up. And you're never going to believe this because he never does this at all. Definitely doesn't do this multiple times a month and stream. DSP is doing a special one-time offer for the OG and VIP kick badges for 20 gifted subs. I know. I've never heard of this before. Then DSP, yet again, with a scam for his fans.
No, I'm not offering to shave. I made the offer to shave. No one took me up on it foolishly. And now that offer is off the table. I will not offer to shave again. That's your own fault. If you wanted to see that, you should have done it when it was on the table instead of asking for it after the fact. That's very foolish of you. Jalen, I'm sorry. No, the OG badge is 20 or more. The OG badge is 20 subs or more. I can't give it away for less than 20 subs. Because he said he wants an OG badge for 10. No, that's not the offer. The offer is 10 subs on Kick tonight for a VIP, 20 subs for an OG, 30 subs to get an additional OG, which I never offer. But you have to buy the 20 subs first, and then for 10 more, you get a second OG. That's the deal. Jalen says if I already gifted three subs today, if I give 7 more, would that qualify me for the OG badge? Yes. Yes, because I can confirm that you did. You did give 3 today. I would give you the VIP badge if you give 7 more. Yes, I would. That's only fair.
And look at that. Daily wrap, marathon, goals, support, marathon. And he also put in the title, Minecraft with mods. Even though his mods were just shaders. He didn't actually put some mods in. That is a lie. That is misinformation. And now Monday, where DSP puts this out before the stream. If we rally, we hit 50 goals, Viewer's Choice Marathon will be Tuesday. Let's go. Then DSP announced that he can't be there tomorrow until the afternoon due to something out of his control. Therefore, he needs 3 goals hit today. That is right. Because he's unable to stream, you have to give him more money. What a scumbag. And then it was announced Echo the Dolphin, a new game coming out. And DSP was shitting all over Echo the Dolphin. And he doesn't understand why people are getting excited about this. But he did say if people want it, he'll play the new one. Then even said, I have never played Echo the Dolphin. And we see a screenshot of Phil playing Echo the Dolphin. Lying scumbag. And DSP believes that Nintendo intentionally made the Switch 2 colors bad in order for them to spend more money on third-party accessories and a Pro controller. That is right, DSP, the ultimate consumer. Then you can tell how much DSP loves just throwing away money. He said, once he moved to the Switch Pro controller, he threw out the normal Joy-Cons. And then Potion has a great thought about this. So Cat has to play on Pro controller or has to buy new Joy-Cons? Like, what would be the purpose of throwing them out? Because there's also some games on Nintendo Switch that require them. And that's a good question too. So if DSP is keeping his Pro controller in his room, and he gives the Switch to his wife, how does she play that? Of course, Phil doesn't care about his wife. Then DSP again ranted about the colors on Nintendo Switch 2. And he says he doesn't want those colors. He wants strong colors. AKA, he doesn't want girl colors like pink, he wants boy colors. Then we have yet another retcon with receipts here. From that being said, DSP in 2025, I had a partial scholarship, and I paid the rest off myself. DSP in 2020, my parents paid some, I paid for some, and the scholarship paid for some. It was like equal.
So I put myself through college for the portion that I had to pay. I did have a partial scholarship based on my academics and my merit, but then I did pay for most of it or the rest of it myself, okay?
Well, here's the truth. In college, it was unique because I had a partial scholarship. Partial. So I didn't have the full-on burden of paying for college. My parents paid for some, the scholarship paid for some, and I had to pay for some. It was kind of like a mutual agreement. It would be like equal, okay?
Then you're never going to believe this, guys. Even though he did it last night, the one-time offer on Kick Badges is again back on the table because he wants $450 today, so the marathon happens tomorrow. Then he went on to rant about RPGs and how they're supposed to be slow because you're supposed to be thinking. And not only that, he's now gonna rant and tell people stop being a bitch.
I don't like turn-based RPGs. Well, start liking them, because they're good. Stop being a bitch. Stop it, right now. See, this is you. I don't like turn-based RPGs. Stop it, stop. Go play it. Stop skipping good games because it's not some big AAA. Oh, but there's no microtransactions in the game. So what? Oh, but there's no competitive multiplayer. Oh, I can't play it with my friends. Shut up. Go play it anyway.
The irony of DSP telling people stop skipping games and go play RPGs when he skips the most games of any content creator I've ever seen. And he also complains all the time about RPG overload. Least self-aware person I've ever seen. And then in a very creepy way, DSP's gonna explain that the actress who played Ellie in the Last of Us TV show didn't work in season 2 because her body is essentially not well developed.
Who literally couldn't look older between the two series because her body is essentially not well developed. It's not her fault. She's just gonna kind of be that shape and look like a girl for the rest of her life. That happens to certain people. I don't know what it is, but it just happens, right?
So back when DSP broke up with the Kino Casino, or I should say Kino Casino dumped him, it was revealed Mutahar didn't want anything to do with DSP. He had second thoughts about it. But now, DSP's gonna say that Mutahar didn't want anything to do with Kino Casino. That is right. DSP thinks Mutahar wanted to work with DSP, but not Kino Casino.
Steve McMichael did a $10 super chat and he says, over the weekend, a YouTuber released a video showing Mutahar is involved in snaking YouTubers he thinks are beneath him and sabotaging them. In your chats with Muta, do you think he was planning that? No. I think what happened with Mutahar, quite frankly, was that he did realize that all the hate thrown against me is kind of illegitimate, but I think he had a second thoughts about doing something with the casino. I'm serious. Because we had a private conversation behind the scenes and he was totally cool with me. He was like, yeah, I'd have a conversation with you. We could hang out. We could play this game with the casino, whatever you want to do. Sounds good to me. And then all of a sudden, he deletes his entire social media and the casino kept trying to contact him and he ghosted them completely. So You tell me, right? I think what it is that he realized that if he associated with the casino, that it was going to be something toxic to him because the casino has a bad rep, you know, with the stuff that they've done in the past and everything. So at first he was all gung-ho, and then he basically had like cold feet, and he backed completely out. But I don't think that has anything to do with him super snaking, or I don't think that was it was his master plan to super snake DSP in the casino. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't think so.
Then we have Nerd Brew Boy Summer, who shows Phil as a manager in front of his wheelchairs. We really need to hit these sale targets this week, guys. Come on. If we get those numbers, I can promise us another pizza party. Then let's see how blueprints went for DSP.
One of these blacks has to go to the bottom row, no matter what.
And DSP was so frustrated with blueprints even though he loves the game. It's a game all about puzzles. And you know what happens when his chat can't handhold him? He starts looking up guides and answers on his phone how to solve the puzzles in blueprints. That is right, the entire game full of puzzles. And he looks it up on stream. Great content there, Phil, you jackass. And the money was still not coming in. And he's telling people, come on guys, let's get the money, let's get these goals. And he wants people to pool together to give him money. Let's get some rallying going, guys.
Now, guys, this would be a great opportunity for you to pull together resources. Okay? And for us to hit another goal, and then we'd only have one more to go on the late stream, and then we do the marathon tomorrow. So if anyone's been, thinking, hey, I wanted to maybe do this or that, now would be a great time to do it. All right?
And then 2 years after people kept begging him, play Dave the Diver, he is finally playing Dave the Diver. Even though in the past he said it's a meme game, it's a detractor meme, because they say it looks like me, I'm never gonna play it. Well, 2 years later, he's playing it. And he says in the tweet before the stream, if we hit 2 support goals tonight, then tomorrow will be Viewer's Choice Marathon, so let's go. And he also posted it twice. Then DSP went on a rant about how he does not look like Dave the Diver. And look at that fat face. I'm talking about the cartoon one. That is Dave right there. And then DSP eats it. I don't know. I don't see much of a difference, Dave. And look at that chin. Look at the nose. It's you, Phil. It's you. However, DSP said this guy, character named Cobra, looks like an older version of him now. That is right. That's what DSP thinks he'll look like when he gets older. Then we have this on Kick from Moon Knight. Kinda weird, you want us to pay you to get drunk. I'm not sure where that's normal anywhere. And now DSP, the former alcoholic, is going to explain how to get a proper mixed drink.
I had a vodka mixed with fruit punch, but it was way too much sugar. I think that's the key. The key to a good mixed drink, okay, is enough sweetness or flavor, but also liquor content, but not too much of either. If it's too sweet, right, then it's pretty messed up. If it's too sweet, then basically it'll drink like a children's drink. You don't want that. Or it could be too much liquor and you don't have enough flavor otherwise, and now it just tastes too strong. You don't like that either, right? So you got to kind of find that middle ground where it's flavor but also liquor content, right? Plus, remember, the more that you drink, right? If you drink too much sugar along with liquor, you get a really bad hangover. It'll give you a bad headache and everything. So you want that balance.
And it looks like DSP has wage quit Legos after the last stream failed to get any money. And he's now saying, why would I do a Lego stream when we can't even hit the goal?
But I'm not going to spend $170 on a Lego set when we can't raise a goal on a stream. So we're done with Legos for now.
And look at that. Look how flavorful and robust that chat is. Look at all those people in there. But remember, dudes, everyone loves him. And he has a resurgence, dude. Then DSP did it again, 2 days in a row. Upload the same video twice and then just change the thumbnail on one. I bet you're missing Darziak right now, Dragon Boy. Then we have this from Gamer Alex in the chat. DSP game, I literally can't even LARP anymore. You can't take any more money from Stevie. He's been on stream saying he can't wait to go homeless and die. Just want you to know. And the money was still not coming in for the marathon. And DSP says, 30 minutes left, This is the last chance to give him $240 so he can do a marathon tomorrow where he'll get drunk and beg you for more money. And then he started blaming people for not supporting Dave the Diver. And he said, "You've been asking me for 2 years to play this game, and where's the support? No one's supported, no one's showing up." Phil, it's almost like you should have played this game 2 years ago when they first started asking you. But of course, DSP always does everything way later than everyone else, and you wonder why your career's in the shitter. But now, let's hear DSP honestly speaking to his audience.
Okay? All right, guys, so thank you for watching Dave the Diver. Peace out. Okay. Alrighty, everybody. So, yeah, I'm going to be honest. You know me, I'm honest. I had fun with the game, but I'm disappointed that people asked for it this morning, wanted me to buy it. I bought it with a DLC, okay, because they said that it was a good game. And then, really, honestly, not a lot of people showed up for it. And we didn't even hit a tier 1 goal of support. So it's disappointing. Again, it's another thing that people have asked for. I give people what they want, and it doesn't seem like it actually worked. I don't know. You tell me, because this is confusing to me. People said that they wanted this for Indies Night, so I did it, and now where was everybody, right? And in addition to that, everyone knew that tonight, if we hit the 2 goals, we're doing the marathon tomorrow, which would have been the perfect timing for it, and now we're not doing it. You know, we didn't hit it. We didn't even hit 1 goal tonight.
And then the daily wrap was 13 minutes, all telling people, you better start supporting. I don't understand why you asked for this. It's your fault the stream tonight was not supported. And Meerkat points this out. Daily wrap, more like the last video Chris Benoit made before annihilating his entire family and himself. Goes great with the morning coffee. And now let's hear from the daily wrap. DSP going mask off and telling people, don't ever ask me to do this again. You didn't give me money. We're supposed to be doing the marathon. What is wrong with you? Just give me money and shut up.
And I'm going to be honest with everyone because you know I'm an honest dude. I had a great day today. I felt like all the gameplay was amazing. But overall, at the end of the day, I've got to be honest, I'm a little disappointed. So, here was the thing. We were at 47 out of 50 goals hit. We had many opportunities over the last few days to hit extra support goals. And we just didn't do it. We had, I believe it was a stream, Minecraft stream, or the stream before, where we were very close to hitting an excess goal, which would have gotten us great momentum to do this marathon sooner rather than later of the Viewer's Choice Marathon. That's the big reward that we're coming to at 50 goals hit. But it just kind of like never happened. We get close, we get momentum, everyone was excited, and we stalled, we didn't hit it, okay? And we were starting to get momentum. We had over 200 bucks of support, and then just stopped dead. And that's disheartening because, again, that was the opportunity to hit that extra goal, get that momentum pushing, and get that marathon all this much sooner. As I explained to everyone on the podcast today, we would have had a situation where we hit 3 goals today and we could do the marathon tomorrow. But we couldn't get that momentum. We couldn't motivate people to contribute more, and we didn't hit 2 goals on the first stream. The late stream tonight was the premiere of Dave the Diver, okay? So I'm like, all right, Dave the Diver it is. I went and bought the game for to play tonight. So here's what happened. I started playing the game. I started liking the game. I actually really enjoyed the game. But as I played it and got immersed in it, the chat decided to not pay attention. Most people who were there didn't talk about the game. The entire Kick chat was derailed by idiotic LARPing trolls who literally were spamming the fucking chat the entire time with nonsense that had absolutely nothing to do with the game. They were fighting with each other. They were acting like 4-year-olds to try to derail the stream. The derailment in Kick chat definitely made that crowd not really like the stream that much. On the YouTube side, to be honest, there were some people who were enjoying, but for the most part, it seems like people were disengaged. Now, how did it do attendance-wise? We didn't even have 170 people on YouTube, and the thing about Kick was, at first we had maybe 50, 60 viewers, but then I got put on the front page for an hour. So I got boosted by a couple hundred viewers, and then it went right back down, and it didn't really have any impact. So overall, people seem to not like it. And that disappoints me because honestly, I do think Dave the Diver is a good game, a unique game, a fun game. It's kind of in line with the other indie games that we've been trying to play to do different stuff. I don't understand why people don't like it. I literally have no clue. I'm lost. Because personally, I'm really enjoying it. Okay? So it did disappoint me that basically people didn't seem to like it. It didn't really resonate with them. And in addition to that, guess what? We didn't even get halfway to a support goal. So last week I said Disco Elysium isn't working. People aren't showing up or engaging or supporting with it. People want more indies though. They're saying they want indies night, do a different game. So I asked people specifically, what do you want? We want Dave the Diver. Okay, I'll buy it. Let's play it. People don't show up, they don't engage, and they don't support. So what's going on? Like, I really want to ask this honestly now. What's going on? Because Disco Elysium wasn't working anymore, so I played what you literally told me to play, and that also didn't work. So what's going wrong here? Which people have been screaming for years. I can finally play them. People tell me they want them. I mix it up. I change it up. I do what you want. Failure. That's disappointing to me. I was hoping tonight we were going to get people coming by who were like, man, I've been waiting for Phil to play this for years, finally. And we were going to get good support. We were going to hit 2 goals. And therefore, tomorrow we were going to be able to do the marathon. Instead, it's like back to square one. To be honest, I don't even know if I should play Dave the Diver again. And on top of that, tomorrow is going to be a normal streaming day where we have to hit 2 goals to unlock the marathon. And I don't know if we're going to do it because the streaming day is a weird day where I can't do the podcast. So yeah, I am disappointed. I'm disappointed because I directly asked my viewership for feedback on what to do. I gave you exactly what you asked for, and for some reason it didn't work, and I'm lost and confused about it. I really am. When we were doing the indie games previously, like Kiosk or a game about digging a hole and stuff like that, they worked. Yet, Dave the Diver, a tried and true game that people for 2 years have praised and said is amazing, doesn't work? I don't get it. I don't. I'm confused, I'm disappointed, I'm upset, because I really, really was looking forward to doing the marathon tomorrow, and now it's looking like this may be delayed several days, okay? Now, what am I saying about, oh, I think this is going to be bad? Here's why. People are not going to know. They're going to come for the podcast even though there is none. They're going to be disappointed. They're going to leave and not come back. I'm going to start the stream later because I have to. It's something going on behind the scenes that I can't change. And they're going to come late and they'll be like, oh, I didn't know he was streaming today. So now, I guarantee you that first stream, we're going to have way low attendance and almost no support. And that sucks because we were on pace and with momentum to do the marathon. I hope people will show up for that to engage and support it, and I'm hoping that by the end of Tuesday, we have hit 2 support goals, so we hit the 50 milestone, and then we can do the Viewer's Choice event come Wednesday, all right? I really, really hope so, because I don't want to have this keep getting pushed, keeps affecting the schedule, now no one knows what's going on each day. To be honest, I wanted to do it on the weekend, that didn't happen. I wanted to do it tomorrow, that didn't happen. And again, the reason I'm actually disappointed has nothing to do with support, it has to do with I'm doing what you guys are asking me for, and for some reason, repeatedly, it's not working. I directly asked you what you wanted to play tonight. People said, Dave the Diver. So I buy it. Where is everybody? I don't get it. Maybe sometimes it's not just all about gameplay. And I need to just call an audible and be like, screw it. Screw it. We'll just have a chill night where we just talk, right? I don't know.
What was supposed to happen did not happen for DSP. And he says, change of plans everyone, I will be doing a podcast today. At the usual time, see you at 11:15. And then he reacted to the GTA 6 trailer. And he said, GTA 6 will be the biggest thing he's ever done in his career. That is right. He says playing a game is going to be the biggest thing he's ever done. That is absolutely sad. And not only that, he was complaining about the trailer being in 30 frames. And also, he's complaining that GTA 6 is going to have modern music in it. Then we have Flatman B, aka Kirk. Trolls have demons operate in them, and they need Jesus Christ. Be right back. Then guys, you're never gonna believe this. Oblivion Remastered was not bringing in the money. That is right. For the pre-stream and the gameplay, for the majority of the time, he had $35 during Oblivion. And you know what that means, guys. When games are low, wage quit time. And now DSP is trying to monetize everything. Because before it was, give me $150, dude. Otherwise this game gets dropped. Now, as he's playing a game, people are begging him, play something else. Do something else. We don't want to watch this anymore. It's boring. And DSP says, if you want me to quit the game, $150, dude. That's right. The stream is hostage. Unless you pay him $150, he's going to continue to torture you by playing this game.
Kane says how much to quit the game immediately? Let's get to our goals. Let's hit enough support that we can do our marathon tomorrow, and I'll stop playing this right now. Seriously. I mean, I already played it 2 years ago. You guys were the ones who said you wanted it again. So get to the goal. Let's get to 50 goals right now. No, but I'm not kidding. If we hit our goals and we unlock the marathon tomorrow, I'll stop playing this and we can do something else. I don't even care what we do. We could just hang out. We could play a different game, whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, the reason I started playing this was because it was new 2 weeks ago and everyone wanted to see me play it. I'm going to be honest, I do feel like the appeal has died out. I feel like the whole idea was everyone wanted to see it because it was new at first. But I mean, I just played it 2 years ago. We're not going to see anything in this run we didn't see in the first run. Because the first run, I did everything. I did all the factions, right? I did all the quests. I did everything. Wait, what? That wasn't the gate?
And then DSP dropped the game without hitting the goal. Then goes on to say that him switching games has nothing to do with money. He said his audience was bored with the game. Even though he kept saying, give me money or else I'm gonna keep playing this game. Give me money if you want to switch games. Give me money if you want me to drop this game. But of course, DSP is the most honest person on the planet, dude. And at one point while he's playing Oblivion, a viewer called his gameplay boring, and DSP snapped saying it's not his fault. He didn't make the game. The game developers are at fault because they made a boring game. And look at that. Look what's in first place right now. Lost Records, Tape 2. I wonder how well this will go for the marathon. And it's official. Oblivion Remastered has been wage quit. Yet another thing that has been wage quit this year. And DSP decided to do Q&A, but the problem is, the money was still not coming in to hit the goal. And he's telling people, come on guys, we gotta hit this. But then he gets a notification that someone is coming for whatever purposes, and he has to quit the stream, so you better give him money right now.
Well, everyone, incidentally, it's actually a good thing that we quit, because guess what? Basically, it looks like I have to end the stream early. That thing that made me delay the stream, and I said that we weren't going to be doing, a podcast today, but then we ended up doing a podcast today. Well, now it's going to happen. I'm being told around 3 p.m. So we can hang out basically until that happens. So hold on a second here.
And despite DSP saying, we don't have time to play a game, let's just do Q&A, he puts up a poll. What shall we do? Play a game or chill Q&A? Spoilers, he said he's gonna do Q&A no matter what. Then goes on to say he's glad he didn't do a marathon today because, and I quote, they are coming today, in reference to something personal happening that's pulling him away from the stream. And then a quote, what a messed up disheveled stream today, huh? And Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs quotes it and says, isn't that every stream, Phil? And he also said his hairline is now uneven due to his age. Poems past. This is now the third reason he's given over the last 10 years. 1. His mother combing his hair to the side until he was 18, by the way. His headphones sit on his hairline, and now his age making things uneven. And now DSP's gonna explain why he cannot shave his head. And spoilers, it's because of a bunch of zits on his head. And DSP, I'm gonna let you in a little secret here. The way you can stop yourself from getting zits on the top of your head and all these skin problems and everything else, a major thing that would help you is if you showered more often and your hygiene was better.
No, that's the other thing. I don't have a good head for that. He says just shave it off, go bald. I don't have a good head for that. Why? Because I have skin problems. I constantly have like fucking pimples and shit on my head, under my hair. So now instead of it looking like a nice bald head, you'd see like these gross lumps and shit on my head. It would be disgusting. It's just, it sucks. There's no actual ideal state here at all. They're all bad. So we're not going to play that anymore, which I knew was going to happen. We did a playthrough 2 years ago. Why are we doing another playthrough today? You know, the gimmick of it being remastered has worn off. But number 2, I have to go and like...
And we have this from Cade, who's a recent Dolphin. DSP Gaming, you said you enjoyed the game. People enjoy the game. I'll watch when I can no matter what you do, but it kinda sucks that you ask us and then chastise us when you don't get enough money. Trouble in paradise. And then DSP put out his final part for Oblivion. And you can tell it is the final part. It is Wage Quit, because it's titled So boring, the final part. And then you can tell when desperation sinks in for DSP. Every single time he moves the goalposts for his goal. First it was just tips, then super chats, then memberships, then kick subs, and then resubs on Kick, and then resubs on YouTube. At least when he wants to, not consistently. Now, he is rolling over the goal. That is right. He didn't make the goal on the first stream, so he's taking the amount he made and rolling it over on the second stream so he can hit 2 goals. That is desperation for DSP. And look at his top super chat, gay man. How appropriate for DSP. And then DSP showed off his friends list. And would you look at that? Mega Dented Whale 672 is on DSP's friend list on Xbox. What a shocker. Then it appears the next episode of Lechero's Familia DSP might be coming sooner than we think. And it looks like it's going to focus on the 220 episode. And look how excited DSP is to play Call of Duty. That face is a man who loves his job, loves his wife, loves his family. So let's see how Call of Duty went for DSP.
Yeah, it's all good. We're done with Oblivion. Oblivion's boring, man. Like, Oblivion was good for the first run 2 years ago. Playing it again now, I just played it. So I'm doing the Oblivion gates again. I'm like, oh, this is so fucking tedious. I don't want to play it anymore. I just want to do anything but Oblivion. So we're done with that playthrough, dude. I'm definitely moving on to something else. Skyheart says, have I thought about investing in a VTuber model for days when I don't want to use a camera? Everyone knows how ugly I am. We don't need a VTuber model to try to fool people. It's all good. I can get support even with this ugly mug. That proves something, does it not? Does it not? Thank you. Definitely time to split the part. I gotta rest my eyes are burning because I have the air conditioner on pumping because it was very hot today. My eyes are burning like real bad right now because of the stupid air conditioning. Ugh. All right. What dumb unlocks have I done? I'm just curious. What garbage did I unlock, right? Fucking shit. Awful. Look at this. They spawned me. I'm not even kidding you. They spawned me facing this corner. So as the round started and I went to start running, I literally just walked into a corner. That was their spawning engine. Okay.
And look at that face. Absolutely disgusting. What a vile creature this is. And now DSP's going to get so desperate. And the begging intensifies because the money is not coming in. He hit the first goal because he rolled it over. But the second goal, the money's just not there.
Now is the time. Let's hit the goal and do the marathon tomorrow. Stop with the drama. Stop with the suspense. Stop with the nonsense. Please support the stream right now.
Look at this dude.
Let's do it. Come on.
Stop with the nonsense. Give me what I want. Stop with the drama. Give me what I want.
Then you know something's sussy. Something is up when DSP says he wants to hit the goal by hook or by crook. And remember, DSP really needs that money. He really, really does. Then are you ready for the mask off moment where he says he is pissed because people are not giving him money. And because people are not giving him money and he's not hitting the goal, he can't concentrate in the game. And people need to start supporting more. Let's go, guys. I can't play this game unless you give me money.
Oh my god. Now I'm pissed. Now I can't even concentrate and I'm pissed off. I'm pissed. Do you want me to be honest? I'm pissed off because I play better when I'm relaxed. When I'm like, okay, everything's good. We hit our goals. We got fun stuff coming up. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off that last minute shit. I gotta wait for it. And it might or might not happen. If it doesn't happen, we gotta wait another day for the marathon that I wanted to do on Sunday. It's frustrating. I can't concentrate right now. I literally can't. I'm trying to concentrate and it's just fucking... Look, I can't even get a shot off.
Spotted an enemy.
I can't get a shot off. I literally can't play. I can't play. I can't even hit a guy. I heard him coming. I fired as soon as he came. I can't hit anyone. I can't do it.
And that shows the entitlement DSP has for other people's money. When he says, I'm pissed off, I have to wait to get money from people at the last second. I'm pissed off, I can't concentrate in the game because people have not given me money. DSP truly is the greediest streamer on the planet. Now you're never gonna believe this, guys. At the very end of the stream, he was down by $88 to hit the goal. And out of nowhere, here comes Anonymous with $88 exactly to hit the goal and have the marathon tomorrow. What a coincidence that is. Definitely not Phil making up this tip like a scumbag.
Yeah, we did hit the goal. There was an anonymous $88 tip, and the weird part about it, like I said, is that in the tip, they basically said exclamation point like tip. I was like, I think they didn't understand how to do the command. It was just a first time tip. So we did it, and I was gonna do one more celebratory match here. Let's do it. Let's do one more match, okay? And then I'm done for the night. But I'm not even gonna record this one. Seriously, because it all crashed. I'm not even gonna record this one. I just want to do one final match. No, I'm happy. Obviously, just it sucks. I hit the goal, and I'm like, oh, let's do it. Let's update the leaderboard. Let's celebrate, and then the whole thing crashes again. It's frustrating, but tomorrow will be good. Tomorrow will be a good day, guys. All right, here's it.
Now the weird part about this is, whenever DSP legitimately makes the goal, he signs off within 5 minutes. He's gone, he's got his money, he's not sticking around. But when he gets tips like this to exactly hit the goal from Anonymous, he plays more. Almost like he's expecting more people to wail out. You know, get that momentum going, dudes. So he played more games, and guess what? He is pissed off again. Because the game is not recognizing his perfect aim. He actually said that. He said he had perfect aim. Now if you're wondering, why is DSP being a crackhead more than usual as of late? Look at that. A new event in WWE Champions. Could this be related? Possibly. Then we have this in chat that shows you how dumb DSP's audience really is. Talking about GTA 6, Parasolo. Why have I seen people say this is based on Florida? I thought Vice City is Miami. And I thought DSP was bad with geography. And then this was messages on the Daily Wrap. He very much freaked out about it up to this point. And isn't it convenient that he managed to get the exact amount he needed, you know, for the goal? Solid Brian, he tipped himself. And then this was absolutely hilarious. So someone left this comment about Phil's haircut. You should consider finding your own barber. The stylist at Twirls and Curls should be arrested for what she does to your hair every couple of months. Also, you need to touch up the mustache. Noticeable white patch under your right nostril that's giving away the fact that you dye that bad boy. And then Agent Proper with this shows off Phil's wrist and says, is DSP just unwashed? Or does that look like he had something medically taped to him? Remember, he had 2 days off last week, dude. And that'd be interesting if he's just dirty or he was in the medical facility on his 2 days off. And now, we get the Wednesday, Viewer's Choice, the Crash Out Marathon. As DSP puts this out before the pre-stream, on Wednesday, it's finally the Viewer's Choice Marathon. We'll determine the games on the podcast, plus look at options for the next upcoming DSP Tries It. Then, join me all day for booze, food, and fun with games you selected for me to play. Do not miss my monthly marathon event. That is right. The monthly marathon event. That's right. He's looking for thousands of dollars every month just on the marathon, plus whatever he makes on stream. But remember, guys, he doesn't need money. He's not poor. He's not broke. And how does DSP start his stream? The former alcoholic DSP shows off that he has flavored shots, moonshine, tequila, and White Claws to drink today. But remember, guys, he's a recovered alcoholic. And the very first thing DSP did is he removed Lost Records from the games list, even though it won the poll. And you know why he did that? It's because of the trolls, dude. They skewed the vote, they ruined it, cause it's a joke, they just want to see him crash and burn. So the winner by default, after he took that out, was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which will be very funny later on. And then he even said he had evidence, concrete evidence, that people in Discords were coordinated in this to ruin his event, dude. And you'll never guess this, guys. Every single game that DSP's gonna play today, he's not prepared for. He has not bought them, he has not downloaded them. In fact, his Switch is not even in the same room, and you're gonna find out later on that it's not even charged. 18-year professional, prepared for his job, dude. And DSP told a story about how Dance Dance Revolution was big in American arcades. And he used to play it all the time, and he loved it, but then said, there's not really a modern version of Dance Dance Revolution, and said the closest thing is Just Dance. And then DSP goes on to say he can kinda dance, says he can flow to the music, and since he lost weight, he could potentially learn how to dance. But remember dudes, he has a bad back, he can barely move. Then a quote from DSP, you don't have the right to speak up unless you contribute. That is right. If you don't give him money, you have no right to say anything or criticize him about his content, dude. But remember dudes, he's not about the money, it's about passion and putting out chill, positive content, dude. Then DSP went on the Burger King website to look for DSP Tries It. Unfortunately, he couldn't see the menu because he's a dumbass and claimed that Burger King is a bunch of morons and they can go fuck themselves because he can't see the menu unless he orders food. Then you can tell DSP wants thousands of dollars today because he's been talking about getting 10 more goals during this event and possibly more. That is right, 10 goals at $150 each. Of course, on his birthday marathon, he wanted $3,000, but of course, he won't even get $1,000 from this marathon. And this is what DSP wore during the marathon. That haircut, those glasses, that shirt. And Snore Hogan sums it up. Oh look, it's someone's gay retarded drunk uncle. But the start of the stream, it was very slow. There was no money coming in. And DSP's begging for $100. He needs that shot to start, dude. And he won't start until someone gives him $100 right now. And now DSP is going to explain how his experience at the restaurant Hooters was very bad. The food was bad, the beer was bad. He only went there for one reason. And no, it was not the women. It's to watch WWE, oiled up men on top of each other. That's what DSP cared about.
John just did a $2 super chat. Do you like Hooters? No. No, I don't. I actually, when I was younger and single, like in my 20s, I went there a couple times with my friends. We actually went there to see the WWE pay-per-views because they would have them for free on their big screen TV. This is before the era of HD. The beer was watered down. The wings were terrible. Yeah, the food and the beer was bad when we went there. So, no. And I've heard that they're going out of business now, right? Like finally their business model has failed and now like they're in big trouble financially from what I'm to understand. So no, I don't like Hooters. Okay.
Then for DSP Tries It, someone suggested Phil do a hot sauce tasting stream. And DSP said, I cannot do that. It will kill my guts and make me shit my brains out. And DSP still not getting even $100. And he's saying people that chose these games have chosen wrong. Because he hasn't got money yet, that means the audience didn't do their job properly and didn't pick the proper games. Because no one's excited for it. Then DSP finally got $100. He took a shot, and surprise, surprise, he didn't like it. And then he goes, okay guys, now that we got $100, we can start gameplay now. However, this all came on what he calls the YouTube side, and nothing was coming from Kick. And he scolded them. Why aren't you giving me money? What's going on? Why are you being lazy? And then even at one point asked them, why are you even here if you're not going to support me? Then apparently a word that is banned in DSP's Kick chat is the word job, J-O-B. I wonder why DSP blocked the word job. And then even though DSP took off American Truck Sim, he put it back on because he took away Lost Records. Oh, and he's going to hype this up. As he's going to get buzzed, he's going to get drunk and drive around. That is right. He is hyping up a stream where he's pushing the idea, advocating for drunk driving. That's where we are in 2025. DSP advocating for drunk driving. And then DSP played Counter-Strike 2, and his big takeaway was that it plays just like Counter-Strike 1, and he can't believe it's still popular. But let's see how DSP does in Counter-Strike 2.
What the fuck? Wow, all these bots. Why are there so many bots? Oh, and then the human kills me. I can only kill the bots.
And that's how the whole gameplay went. Whenever he got a kill, it was a bot. Whenever he got killed, it was a human. It's almost like you can't hang in this game, Phil. And also the other funny thing is it has voice chat and text chat. This is something DSP hasn't dealt with in a very long time. So let's see how well he does with trolls in the game now.
Can't see anything. A troll joined the match? Are you kidding? A troll actually joined the match? What an idiot. What a waste of time. Well, I'm just gonna leave. A troll joined the match. What? Why? Why? It's a throwaway game. It doesn't matter. I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm probably gonna lose every match, like barely ever get a kill if I ever even get a kill. Who cares? Oh my lord.
And throughout the whole marathon, on Kick, people kept redeeming channel points for moral support. And DSP was angry and kept yelling at them to start supporting him financially and stop with the moral support. And then he was also holding progression in the stream hostage. So he was not at $200 yet after playing Counter-Strike. And he says, okay guys, once we get to $200, we'll play the next game. What a scumbag. And remember, this is supposed to be your reward for giving him 50 goals at $150 each. Imagine this being your reward and he says this to you.
All right, I guess we'll start this game, guys. Nothing, no support coming in. Not even a second goal or a second shot yet. So I guess we'll just play.
Then DSP puts up a poll, one on Kick and one on YouTube, to see what the next game's gonna be. And they're two different games. So he goes, okay, well, Kick's not giving me any money. I'm not gonna choose their game. I'm gonna go with the YouTube game since they're actually giving me money. Remember, again, this is your reward for giving him $150 per goal and 50 goals total. And look at this, look how much fun DSP is having. Can't you see how much fun he's having? He's a chill, positive dude. And now DSP is going to get overwhelmed in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 with the game mechanics, and also he learns how to gamble in the game.
Oh boy. You solve a lot of situations by convincing the other side. All right. What the fuck? So you can either use speech or noble appearance or chivalry.
We want to negotiate an alliance, and we can help you with those bandits.
What the fuck? Dude, what is this? Oh my god. Thanks. Okay, go away. Arms, legs. So it's a whole armor set, right? Weapons, I have no weapon. All I have is armor right now. I have no food, nothing. I have no items.
Got this silver ring here I won from Oates yesterday. I'll wager that.
Sounds fair to me. All right, it's a deal.
Oh, okay. Choosing dice. Course of the game, you start rolling all 6 dice, select the scoring dice you want to keep. Roll the rest again. You can keep rolling till you run out of dice. If you don't roll a single scoring die, you lose all points gained this turn. So what is considered a scoring die? Lower all dice combinations of their point values. Okay. So the 5 kind of sucks. But if you get triple anything, it's great. If you get more than triples, it's excellent. You could also go for a straight. Straights are good. But ones and fives are the lowest scoring. Then you're either going for a straight or three of a kind or higher. And then there's a devil's head, which adds a value to any combination of dice. Huh. Okay.
I hope.
Then, after 4 hours, he finally got his second shot. And he says, over 4 hours into the marathon and only the second shot. This is all because Kick has not supported yet. That's right, the crash out has begun. And then this is absolutely hilarious. So he was complaining he's not getting any support. He's not getting any memberships, any subs. So someone gives him 30 memberships on YouTube. But then DSP goes, oh, I don't know if these are real. And this is the big scam now. I know you just gave me 30 subs. Super chat me in American currency to show me that you're real. That's right. He needs money on top of money to prove that he's real. And the funny thing is, the guy super chatted him in American currency, and DSP still thought it was fake. Said, oh, he could have switched his VPN. And then the guy is like, what are you talking about? I already gave you money. And then DSP goes, oh, see, that guy's a troll. I knew it. They're fake. Banned the guy. Didn't even count the subs either. What a scumbag. And then he has a new rule now too. He is now no longer counting any memberships on YouTube unless he knows the person. And if you want to do a membership or gift memberships on YouTube, do a super chat or tip instead. That is right, he's now telling people to directly tip or super chat him. And then look at that, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 2 shirtless men, and look at that big smile on Phil's face. However, it would not stay there for very long, as there will be women that pop up on the screen. And he says, these women are scantily clad. These are fully clothed women. What he doesn't like is that one on the right, because she has big boobs. I mean, Phil, you shouldn't be jealous. You have bigger milkers than her.
What do they do? They're washing clothes. So they're probably serving girls or something. Well, what a nice game that within the intro, scantily clad women, right? Yeah, this is how dating worked in the good old days, of course. Of course it did. Chemical Good says full coverage and dark clothing is scantily clad. If you don't want to play, turn it off. Did you not see the girl on the right, you fucking idiot? The two on the left were normal. The one on the right is the one you were meant to be fucking distracted by. And she was very inappropriately dressed. So nice try, dickhead.
And now, DSP is going to go on a rant about how the trolls are out in full force today. They're trying to ruin his marathon. They're trying to stop him from getting buzzed, dude.
It'd be great to get some momentum back towards 300, our second goal of the day, our third shot of the day, and then maybe I would actually feel buzzed. You know, this sucks because the trolls are out in full force today. They've been messing all day. They've been messing over on Kick. They've been messing around with these fake contributions. It sure would be great to get some kind of momentum.
Using the trolls to big, huh?
Like, we don't have anything on Kick right now. Zero. A lot of single sub has been given today. It would be great to change that, okay?
It's been so bad for him on.
Now, DSP's gonna do the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 what he did to Stellar Blade. He doesn't want to play this game, he told people he didn't want it, and from the moment he booted up the game, he shit all over it. He never gave it a chance, and now he's gonna freak out, and this is partially fake, and it's partially real. But this clip here went actually viral for DSP, and not in the way he wanted.
You're still talking! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Is there a fucking video game? Shut up! This is the worst fucking thing ever! They never shut up! They just talk and blather about menial, boring shit! This is a video game? Oh my...
And then if you notice there, he slammed his controller down, which is going to give him problems in the future, as it's partially broken now. And it's really funny that he's complaining that the cutscenes are too long. They're talking too much. But for Yakuza, it's amazing, dude. Of course, you can tell he just doesn't want to play this game, so he's shitting all over it, just like I said, Stellar Blade. Then we had It's a Me Ken make an appearance. However, it was not a good thing for DSP, as he put this in the chat. No dono from me if you can't have patience with a game and actually be invested in. That's not entertaining it. And then after 5 hours, he finally got a single gifted membership on Kick. And as Dickstroke and Phil Vlogs points out, Kick has not saved the business. Then we have this super chat. Just play something you enjoy instead of crying. You have free will. You're a 40-plus-year-old man. Grow up and use your free will. Then DSP went on another rant because people kept saying, oh, you played under 2 hours. Go get that refund, King. Go get it. You can get your money back. It's okay. It'll be like everything balanced out. But of course, DSP is very toxic because he's not getting money right now. Says he doesn't need to get a refund. He's not poor.
Bolsover says, don't pass the 2 hours if you're going to ask for a refund on Steam. Can I ask you guys a question? An honest question? Why are you guys talking about refunds on Steam? Really? Guys, I've been trying to explain this to you as well, and it seems like no one listens to me, okay? I'm not poor, okay? I can buy games on a whim and play them and like them or not. I don't have to get a refund on Steam. Okay? You know, I haven't been sitting here bitching, man, I spent so much money on today's stream. I haven't said that once. Why are you so concerned about me getting a refund? I don't need a refund. I can literally never refund this. It's okay. Here, in fact, you know, watch this. Ready? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to boot it up. So it's 2 hours and 1 minute. So I can't get the refund. Okay? So then you guys can stop being so ridiculous and be like, but the refund, the 2 hour refund. I don't need a refund. I'm good. Here, continue. Watch this. Ready?
He then went on to walk around in the game, so it passes the 2 hour return time. And as a matter of fact as well, throughout this whole marathon, he was complaining how expensive the games were and that he had to buy them. Just saying. Then we have this from Jay. Phil, you spent 5 hours pressing everyone to donate, and now you're shitting on us, telling us you don't need money. Bad look, man. You know what happened after that? Ban. Gone forever. And then DSP ranted about how Yakuza works because people watch and engage during it, which is the opposite of reality. It always has the lowest attendance. DSP falls asleep on stream, and people complain that he's playing the game. And now DSP has a huge announcement that going forward, any marathon, he will be choosing the games now. Viewer's choice is banned. It's gone for the foreseeable future. And now every month, he's going to decide what the marathon's going to be. So you can already tell what the next one's going to be. It's going to be the closet cleanout. And then DSP said he ordered his food today during the marathon, but then put it in the fridge when it arrived, and then complained it was cold and not crunchy. What a jackass. Also, DSP says he doesn't like beer because it bloats him. But at the same time, the guy who is down in moonshine like crazy says he gets buzzed off of 1 or 2 beers. X the doubt on that. And then another super chat. You said you wouldn't like viewer's choice, yet you did it. Talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance. And now you're crying. It's your fault. You're a slave without free will. Then it was time for DSP to play Paper Mario. But there was a problem. DSP has still not charged his Switch, and he has not bought the game, and has not downloaded it. Great preparation, DSP. Then DSP was holding Class of 09 hostage unless you give him $300 to $400 so he can be buzzed playing it. And he also said that he heard the game was horrible. Then we have Blooper who shows the reviews, and it's all positive. Then a quote from DSP. Let's get some damn goals. Then he played Truck Simulator, where again he hyped it up that he's drinking and driving. What a great message to all the kids out there, Phil. So let's see how Phil did in his drunk driving stream.
Very nice. By the way, look, the road is super detailed in front of you, and in the rearview mirror, there's no detail at all. They put all the detail on the front road and none on the back. Ugh. You want to see the GPS? It's not that interesting. It's pretty boring. It just shows a red line on the road is all it is. $75. Can we go? Can we hit 80 miles per hour? How fast do we gotta go back to the future? We have the 1.21 gigawatts necessary to generate the energy to pass through time. Here we go, 79. 80. 81, keep going. Come on, 82, 82, hit 82. 82, keep going. 85, speed violation. 89, 90. There's a cop, fuck the cops. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. 91 miles per hour. We're doing it. We're doing it, folks, we're doing it. Keep going. Now watch this, you ready for this? I'm gonna have a drink. Shit. Oh shit. I gotta reach for my White Claw and have a drink while I drive. Shit! Ah, come on! Damn it! I just sip on my White Claw. That's $4 more of super chats I got. Oh, $4 more of super chats I have to add. What happened to this guy? This guy broke down. What a sucker. A little bit too much White Claw for that guy. So now I have no speed at all. What do you mean crash vehicle offense? What? I didn't hit anything. What are they talking about? Crash vehicle offense, there's nothing here. I didn't hit anything. What are they talking about? What did I hit? What the fuck did I hit? I'm looking at every camera angle. I touched nothing. What are they talking about? I want my money back. Runaway truck ramp. Here we go. I'm a runaway truck. Runaway truck! Runaway truck, never coming back. Runaway on a one-way track. All right. We only have 118 miles to go. Look at all this nice open highway. "91 miles per hour again, baby. Let's do it. We gotta deliver this load with maximum speed and haste. Look at that, we're down to 101 miles already. Nice. This is how you do drive. Jay says, let's name the truck Nash, like Kevin Nash. All right. Our truck's name is officially Nash from now on. 90 miles to go. Let's go. 94 miles per hour. Keep going. Never slow down. Never hit brake. The brake doesn't exist. Not for this trucker. Not with my dedication and disregard for the rules and safety of everyone around me. Absolutely not. Flying. Yes, I'm driving the truck. What do you think I'm doing? I'm driving the truck. Oh, fuck. Out of the way, you stupid idiot. Oh! Wrecked his ass. Wrecked. Shit. Oh, this is not good. Look at this. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. I gotta go on the outside. Ah! What? Oh, I'm down to $516 on this job because of all the vehicle damage. Oh no, I was supposed to get off the highway. Ah! Oh. Now it's like a slug. Oh shit, you fucking idiot! Engine malfunction! Engine malfunction!
And then DSP's big review on White Claw is that it's okay. That's his whole review. It's okay. Then he got Pokeballs, and Phil said they originally were from Hawaii, but the one he got is Americanized. Now I know Bully Geography class is legendary, but to this day, 2025, DSP does not realize Hawaii is in America. Think about that, just absolutely think about that. And then he finally played Paper Mario, and it had a long intro, just like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So DSP, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is boring. Fuck this, I hate you guys. Paper Mario. Wow, what a cool fun game, guys. But remember dudes, Paper Mario is what killed the Vestreak. Now DSP is going to tell a story about apparently his PC monitor yesterday has a scratch. And it's a weird story.
The craziest thing happened today. So as I was setting up before I turned the stream on, alright, I was setting everything up, I got the lighting effects going. All of a sudden, I turned to my monitor, because my monitor, when I'm sitting at the PC over there at the desk, has to go one way, but then I rotated it around so I can see it for when I'm streaming. I rotated it around and it was fine. All of a sudden, the monitor was like uneven, like I didn't turn it right. It flopped and fell completely off of my stand and crashed down onto my PC. It yanked and pulled the modem off of my desk onto the floor. It crashed onto the front of the PC. It unplugged the webcam and it restarted the whole PC. It hit the restart button. And sadly, it damaged my monitor, just not severely. There was actually like a big dirty scratches all over it, and I buffed it, and I got all of them out except one. There's an annoying scratch that's about 2 inches long like this, dead center in the middle of my damn monitor. It's thin, so it's not a big deal, but it's just this annoying white scratch that goes across the monitor now, and I'm like, oh, bothers me. I'm just gonna have to get used to it. The monitor's fine. It's working perfectly fine, so I don't need to replace it, but I'm kind of annoyed that happened. I was just, trying to get stuff going, and I was a little sloppy, and, there you go. Escanor says, if you don't like Kingdom Come 2, you have 14 days to get a refund. You're not going to play like an hour. Well, we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Let's play it today. Let's see if I like it. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we won't. You would get rid of a monitor if it had a single dead pixel? You would? If it was hindering my job, I would do it, but, it doesn't bother me that much. It's actually, like if you're looking at a monitor, so here's dead center, it's, right here, just below dead center, and it's just a stupid 2-inch scratch. It's very thin. It's like, I'll just put up with it. I'm gonna buy a whole new monitor for that,
So DSP got about $520, which is funny because usually for a day he wants $300. So he made a difference of $220, insert your own jokes there, dollars more than usual. Imagine that, the 220 got 220. And on the daily wrap, he is pissed. And he's gonna go mask off and start yelling like crazy. No one is safe from DSP's wrath here.
So I literally gave it over 2 hours on the stream and people were still upset. So you know what that tells me? Only if I kissed this game's butt and said that I loved it, would people who are fans of this game have been appeased. It's one of these games that, there's such a rabid, adamant fan base who love it, and they're so stupidly biased that they can't take an opposite opinion and say, oh, wait, someone might actually not like this game. Well, guess what? I don't like this game. I told you up front, I didn't like the first one, I probably wasn't going to like the second. Awful intro. Didn't fit the format of the marathon. Don't know why people nominated it. Played it for over 2 hours. Gave it a chance. Awful waste of everybody's time, including mine. What do you want me to do? Lie? Say I loved it? Kiss your butts? Sorry, it's not a good game in my opinion. It sucked ass. So, listen. I'm sorry, because so many people were so offended during the stream. I don't know what else to do. I'm not going to be a fake. I'm not going to lie. But it actually pissed people off. We had people who had previously really supported my streams and my previous marathons. Like, oh, I can't believe this. I'm not going to support this. Well, fuck you. Did you hear what I just said? Fuck you. You stupid, closed-minded, selfish, biased individuals who don't understand that not everyone has to like everything you like. And if that means you don't come back, tough shit. I'll still be here. I'll survive. But people were acting like entitled brats, spoiled, rotten assholes on my stream today. Outright insulting me just because I didn't like the game. No one actually made a valid point of why I was wrong. They just said things like, oh, you're a horrible gamer. You're a horrible streamer. It was nothing legit. And it actually irked me the wrong way. If you can't tell, I'm talking about this a lot. It actually pissed me off. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to change who I am. I've been a content creator now for almost 18 years. I'm not going to change who I am because people like a game and I don't. Okay?
And there was this comment on the Daily Wrap. Imagine calling people watching the gameplay immature while you sit there and beg for money for 5+ hours. And now, we have a sneak peek at the next episode of LOLCOW's La Familia DSP.
On the next Familia DSP, we are taking a trip into the Snort Fort.
Philip Paul Burnell called in claiming he's received threatening emails.
Catherine, I just want to give you a heads up that I got fucked up emails.
I don't know why he's just staring at me.
Why the fuck is the detector going off?
You should listen to the conversation I had with the guy.
Miss Whitney, I need you to open this gate.
A look into how Phil operates his household.
Watch out for creatures and look out for loser troll detractors. Catherine, you awake?
Watch as Phil has trouble coming to his senses.
Holy shit, duty is here.
Phil, what the hell is going on?
Shit, I dozed off for a second. What in the...
Catch an all-new Familia DSP this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Style Time.
And now we talk about Thursday, the fallout to the Crash Out Marathon. But first, if you think you've seen it all from DSP complaining about his inputs, complaining about lag, here is DSP complaining that Tetris is not giving him the proper inputs.
It's getting fast again, and I can't control it. God. No, I rotated it. It wouldn't even rotate. Yeah, dude, the pieces won't rotate anymore. What the fuck? Dude, this version's broken. Shit starts moving fast, the pieces won't even rotate. It wouldn't rotate. I'm pressing the fucking button. Wow, I don't recommend I don't recommend anyone play this. It doesn't work right. It's like they completely fuck you over. And the pieces don't even fucking rotate when you press the button. What the hell is that? It didn't rotate. I pressed it. Yeah. What the heck? Oh my god. I can't even look. I can't move the pieces. What is this monstrosity? It's over. Yeah. It actually, I'm serious. I pressed the button, it doesn't rotate the piece. So this is a messed up version. There's a brand new version they made just for the Genesis Mini. It's actually, it doesn't work right. It speeds up for no reason, and you press the button and the pieces don't rotate. What on earth? That's messed up. That's like actually legitimately frustrating. They made a new version of Tetris that trolls you.
And it appears that Darziak was the person in the June the King documentary that was interviewed that said that DSP was autistic. And then DSP put this out before the stream. Today's first stream is live. Let's talk about what we learned from yesterday's marathon. That is right, he's gonna scold people for not giving him money and choosing the wrong game, dude. Nothing he did. He did everything correct. He did nothing wrong. But first, DSP was blown away that people are still playing Counter-Strike. He doesn't understand it, but he's still blown away.
But for what it was, I was blown away. I'm like, so it's 2025, and they're still playing Counter-Strike 1, because essentially Counter-Strike 2 is just Counter-Strike 1 with some mods. You know, they changed it over the years. The map isn't exactly the same. The gameplay isn't exactly the same, but it's very similar. Like, wow, it's fascinating. And people were like, yeah, there's still giant esports leagues for this game that are, you know, profitable, $1 million tournaments. I'm like, holy crap. Well, if anything, that just shows that games from back in the day, a lot of the times could stand the test of time. Universally well-regarded games that everyone said, oh man, competitively, this is great. Right?
And now, DSP is going to tell people, viewer's choice is over. You no longer have control over what gets played on marathons. He is now going to choose what games are played and what the marathon even is. And he even says at one point, he's going to do the festival where he cleans out his closet because he knows better than everyone else.
And I'm excited for the future. I know that we're going to have good marathons moving forward this year, whether it's, you know, Indies marathons, the Closet Festival, the return of Mega Man to finish up Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, Rageathons, you know, who knows? There's a lot of different ideas that we've had that I think could all work. But here's the deal. I control what gets played during the marathons at the end of the day, because that way we know that it'll work. We know that it'll fit the criteria. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be, oh, everyone go ahead and just nominate things that won't fit the format of what Phil's doing. We're not going to do that anymore, okay?
And despite hundreds of thousands of people watching DSP in the clips yesterday crashing out, he is denying he crashed out. He's saying people are just morons. They don't know what they're talking about. He was a reasonable person, and he said everything intelligently, but then proceeded to crash out yet again on his audience, and how he was forced to play Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, even though he's the one that kept it in the run-in. He's the one that did not remove it. He is the one who said, that would be my choice if I was gonna vote. But now, it's the audience's fault, and the trolls, dude. Never, ever forget the trolls. And then he goes on to say, everything that happened yesterday was not his fault. He shouldn't have to spend time researching games, even though this is his marathon. These are the games he allowed in the marathon. And also remember, this was a reward for people giving him 50 goals at $150 each. This was your reward, dudes. And then it looks like another whale has left DSP. We have Cade, who's been wailing out as of late. DSP Gaming, I don't have an issue with you not liking the game. You like Dave the Diver. The issue with both games is that you called the people who recommended it trolls, moron, mouth droolers, even though we supported. Then continues, it's okay not to like the game. It's not okay to call us trolls, mouth breeders, and morons because you don't like it. You said the same thing about us for Dave the Diver, and you liked it. DSP Gaming, I've been typing what you did wrong for 10 minutes. Why are you pretending not to be able to read it? And he was crashing out hard. DSP refused to apologize for anything, because he said he's in the right, everyone else is in the wrong. And Cade had enough. DSP Gaming, alright man, you can't say that I didn't genuinely try. It was nice watching you. Have a good one, bro. And then Cade went to Raw Phil and started giving Raw Phil money and says, officially detracted. Then a quote from DSP. I was having fun, joking about drinking and driving, talking about his truck simulator gameplay. And if you think about it, in the past, when he's talking about Jack Doherty, Logan Paul, Mr. Beast, all them, they said they don't set a good example for people. And what if kids are watching? And now, Phil is doing streams where he's promoting drinking and driving and laughing and joking about it. Think about the standard you're setting for your audience, Phil. And also, not only did the trolls ruin viewers' choice and it's gone banned forever, because of that, fan lobbies are also banned, gone forever. Because the trolls ruined it, dude. And then he watched the trailer for Mafia 4. And he said, because it's set in the old country, it doesn't have the vibe of an American mafia. I wonder why, Phil. Maybe because it's not in America? And all throughout the marathon, even before the marathon, DSP would say, give me $100 and I'll take a shot. Well, guess what? Now, even if you give him $100, he's not guaranteeing you that he'll even do a shot. He says this is to support him, not for a shot. This is not transactional.
Someone tipped a buck and says, consider carryover shots and stuff. No. Someone wants me to carry over shots and stuff. Okay, no, we're not doing that, all right? Here's the deal. A marathon is meant to be a celebratory, isolated event that's different and special from my other content. It's a limited time, one-time thing. And what happens during the marathon is basically limited to that day or that event, that marathon. Now, as appreciative as I am for the levels of support that I've received during marathons, okay? Just because you have one marathon that's way massively supported, all right, doesn't mean that I'm going to kill myself, right? My birthday marathon, I got over $2,000 of support, which is insanely good. Thank you guys for that, right? But that didn't mean I was going to drink 20 shots. I've said every time that I've done one of these marathons, right, that I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do what's within reason. I'm going to pace myself, and I need to stop drinking. I'm going to stop drinking, and that's where it ends, right? I'm not going to say, oh, well, let's see. I had 12 or 13 shots, but there was another 7 shots that were owed. So now when we do another marathon, we're going to drink 7 shots to start the marathon and then more. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, it's ridiculous. No. And if you don't understand that, all right, and to be honest, again, I'm not trying to be insulting. You have to think about what's best for me versus what's best for entertainment factor on the internet. There are people out there who just love to say this person should destroy themselves on the internet and then we'll reward them, right? But that's LOLCOW culture, right? I'm not going to sit here, hurt myself physically and do stunts and like I'm on Jackass and stuff to get over with an audience. I feel like I make enough content, I make good enough content that that's enough to support me and my family through a legitimately supported business, right? So I don't need to sit here and say I'm going to destroy my liver and I'm going to hurt myself to do things, right? I'm not going to say, hey, let's do 20 shots. Hey, let's save 10 shots and we do another 10 shots the next month and then more shots. We're not doing that, okay? Any reasonable human would look at the situation and be like, fair enough. Makes sense. Any reasonable human understands. But some people just aren't reasonable. They have this really weird transactional way that they think about existence. Like, but I don't get it. Someone supported your stream. Doesn't that mean you should cut your arm off? No, actually, it doesn't. I mean, I'm happy that people like my content enough that they want to support it, but that doesn't mean I should kill myself over it. Don't you think that's kind of reasonable? Right? And especially when up front, I've said things like, I am going to pace myself. I'm going to do what's safe. And you have to understand and respect that I'm not going to destroy myself. And the people are like, well, why didn't he do 20 shots? 20 shots.
Then we have DSP in South Park style, and also in this one as well. And of course, the support came in, and this time it wasn't anonymous. It was Phil's #1 fan. I'm not joking. That's what their actual name was. Phil's #1 fan. Fake as hell.
I received a $50 tip from Phil's #1 fan. Thank you, whoever that actually is, because obviously it's probably someone who doesn't want to reveal who they are in chat, or maybe they're just a casual viewer and don't actually interact in the chat. That is amazing. Thank you, Phil's #1 fan.
And DSP said about Expedition 33, he has heard various spoilers about the game, but he doesn't know what spoilers he's heard. Make that make sense? Then we have this comment in chat. DSP Gaming, you insulted your viewers and still expected them to give you money. Be a real man and go commit crime for some money. And then we get to the night stream, playing Minecraft, and DSP's complaining. Mods are too hard. He can't get them to work. And he needs your help, dude. You have to tell him what to do so he can play with a controller. Then remember, DSP does not waste your time unlike other content creators. So as soon as he started the stream, after 1 minute, he left to brush his teeth. Then spent 30 minutes trying to get controller support on Minecraft and couldn't get it to work, and he had 2 people helping him. And this is DSP saying how hard mods are, and he can't get it to work, dude.
I'm sure Papa Vera says the more you work with mods, the more you'll get a feel for them. I know. It's a new thing for me, and you guys know with me, you know, my time is so in demand. Like everything that I do. I'm doing this for my family and my wife off the stream, and then something arrives at the house and I gotta unpack it, I gotta do it and build it, get it set up working, then I gotta clean, and I gotta run and do this, and I gotta get the stream set up, and I come in here, oh wait, I wanna get a mod running, I gotta try to fuck with the mod, and it's like a half an hour, the mod's still not working, like, that's my life. I don't get to just sit down and relax, you know, I'm just bouncing off the walls. Pretty crazy. What's up, Vietnamese comrade? Okay.
And this is how DSP shows how grateful he is that he gets donations on stream. He says, let's get our first tip. We haven't had any tonight. Wait, we did have a very small one earlier, a $5 one. Imagine being that person that gave you $5 and they're like, what the hell, Phil? A very small one? We're not talking about your penis here, Phil. Then look at that. It's a miracle. This never happens. The one-time offer of kick badges is back. Man, he never does this at all. Definitely doesn't do it every single stream. Then DSP doesn't know what he's gonna play. And tomorrow, he might play Balatro. Please God, no. No, no, no. Then in a moment that was absolutely hilarious, someone asked him, what is the craziest thing he's ever heard detractors say about him? And then he went on a rant about how the detractors say that he keeps his wife hostage in the house, doesn't let her socialize with other people, and that they're crazy. And he's the one that stays home 6 days a week, so it makes no sense. Phil, you have to tell her every time there's an order, every time there's DoorDash, you don't let her answer the door, you do it for her. So where exactly is the lie? Then he finally got controller to work, but he was having a problem. The enemies were getting too close, and he doesn't understand how to measure how close enemies are to hit them because he's playing on a controller. His words, not mine. And of course, this is what every Minecraft stream boils down to now. Sits down, fishes, Q&A with his audience, and begs for money. What a great, meaningful stream, dude. And then at the last second, Lance Catamaran, that's definitely not OIC, comes in and saves DSP stream yet again, last minute, 30 kick subs. It's almost like this happens every single stream. And then in the daily wrap, he titles it a day of full recovery, which means he made the goals and chill fun. So much for the trolls. Of course, that last part, he's saying so much for the trolls because they said he was crashing out and he wasn't making any money. He showed them, dude. And now Friday, let's see how the week ended for DSP. And we have this throwback first from That Being Said. This is from March 21st, 2017. Wanted. Place to stay after Phil kicks me out for getting a dog. About ready to call his bluff. Then we have Noble. He kicked you out? Panda. He threatens it. Wait till he has the cooker do laundry though. And I believe this is around the time she actually moved out as well. Then we have this Dent in the chat. Donated blood today and got 6 different vapes. And then DSP with the biggest threat of all time. He said he might start playing some visual novel style games. That is right. Imagine DSP narrating and that's the whole game. That is true madness right there. And then someone suggested a summer marathon. And the very first thing DSP said about that is he likes the idea because he can try out different beers and ales. That is right. The very first thing he talks about is alcohol. But remember dudes, he's a former alcoholic. Then DSP being toxic and being smug, bragging about making money so he can afford to upgrade his wardrobe. And then he poor shames a viewer by saying they probably wear hand-me-downs and potato sacks for clothing. What an asshole. Then we have Capernell 747. You should have seen how angry DSP was before he met Ket.
This is great. Katorik on Kick says, $97, he's sitting there being the most boring he could possibly be. I'll just never understand his fans. So you're a jealous idiot. We get it. And the fact that you actually voiced that in a chat publicly to embarrass yourself, it's like, So not only are you embarrassed because you can't pull off what I do on a daily basis, but also then you have to voice your public embarrassment at how pathetic you are by whining about it in a chat. So you've not only shown your ineptitude at anything, you know, skillful or entertaining or meaningful to the world, but then you also had to embarrass yourself. You're like self-flagellating yourself, like those guys with those whips, they go whoosh on their own back or whatever. That's amazing. That's stupendous.
And despite DSP crashing out the entire week so far, he now says the trolls don't affect him. I remember even last night, he was crashing out saying that detractors are idiots because they say I hold my wife hostage in the house. And now, just like everything in the past, nothing people say about him is true. And it's all memes. Just like WWE Champions. How many years did he say, it's not true, they're all morons, I'm banning anyone saying I'm playing WWE Champions. And then years later, yeah, I play WWE Champions, yeah, I use money on it. What an asshole. Then look at this, look at Nightbot just holding it down. And now we're gonna do a little throwback to when DSP watched the trailer for Doom and he shit all over it. Because today he's gonna say, I'm gonna pay extra money, even though this is a Game Pass game, I'm gonna pay extra money for Doom so I can play it early. And remember too, he's always saying, it's a scam, it's all BS, you shouldn't have to pay to play early. Anybody that does that is a jackass. Well, DSP, you're a jackass.
Yup, it's the new Doom. God damn it. I'm excited for a second. This is Doom. This is the stupid medieval Doom. This is why this series sucks now. This is not what Doom is supposed to fucking be. Dude, he's a fucking space marine fighting invaders from hell. It's not a fucking medieval fucking fantasy game. What the fuck are you talking about? This is so dumb. This is the dumbest possible thing they could have done with the series. Bunch of fucking idiots. This is incredibly stupid. Oh my god. Yo, I'm not even shitting you. I'm not even shitting you. I might not even fucking play it. It looks so stupid. This is not even Doom anymore. Like, not even close. It just looks so dumb. You fucking completely bastardize a great idea and ruin it. Yeah, fighting medieval demons. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, so now you can fly. Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the fucking shitty toilet. That looks bad. I'm sorry. They ruined it. What they did, they fucking jumped the shark with Doom is what they did. They completely jumped the shark. It's not what Doom was ever supposed to be. You ruined the idea of it. Because I love classic Doom. And I don't think we're ever going to get another game that's like classic Doom. Like, this game could be a 20-hour, adrenaline-fueled, zany set-piece thrill ride, and it could be good, but then why call it Doom? Why can't they just, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not just call it something else, right? I don't know. That's my take. You could disagree, but this is disappointing to me. Like, I'm not saying this won't be a good game, but it's just not Doom. It's not what the spirit of the series originally was. Of course, no one involved with the original Doom is making this. That's the thing. You know, here we are 30 fucking years later. No one involved with the original project is involved with this. And these games print money. So, listen, if anything, this new game will be a great test for my gaming PC to see how well it can handle it. Because you can see that's going to be wild over-the-top graphics, right? So, that will be a good experiment for me. But as for the game itself, sadly, I'm not excited for it like I would be if it were really like a sequel to Doom 2016, which it just isn't, okay? All right. Didn't I say last year I was going to skip Doom during the Xbox Live Showcase? Yes, because absolutely nothing has changed between last year and today, right? Like, literally, we're in exactly the same situation, right? Nothing has ever changed. But what was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, totally. In the last year, number one, I didn't become a PC gamer who would want to play the game solely on the aspect of playing it on mouse and keyboard may majorly accelerate my experience from playing the last two on console, right? Number two, the fact that reviewers are saying they've reverted it back to a lot of the things from Doom 2016 and that it's not as crazy adrenaline fueled and it might be a better game because of that. Like, those are two amazing things for me to try it off just there. You know what I mean? So, you know, if nothing had changed since last year, I was still a console gamer, same situation, then yeah, I probably would have been like, nah, screw this game, I'm skipping it. But now, just on curiosity's sake, I want to try it, you know? It says, didn't you say you won't pay for Doom? Well, yeah, but I'm a sucker. So now I spent the $31, and if I play it on Monday night and I hate it, I have no one to blame but myself. I'm going to say that up front. If I spent the $31.50, and I'm a sucker, so if I play this on Monday night and I don't like it, it's my fault because I'm the one who chose to do that, okay? I'll take the blame. I'll be the sucker idiot.
And now DSP has a new gimmick. During Truck Simulator, if you give him $50, he will drive blindfolded for 5 minutes. Cause remember, DSP doesn't do stunts, he doesn't do stupid stuff like this. But now he's doing stupid stuff like this. And there you go, DSP blindfolded. What a jackass. And this is really dangerous for DSP, you know, the former alcoholic. He is now openly drinking on regular streams. So he drinks on marathons, off camera with his wife, special occasions, and now regular streams. But remember, dude, he's a recovered alcoholic. And not only that, he is now joking about drinking and driving. And that's how he hypes up the Truck Simulator streams as a buzzed, drunken, driving stream. There is no low for this man.
For the record tonight, as we relax together, I'll be enjoying a White Claw Surge, a different flavor than the ones that I tried the other day. I said, why not? Why not drink and drive? I can't do it in real life, so why not enjoy doing it with all of you on a chill Friday night stream of American Truck Simulator? Why not just bust open a White Claw and play the trucking game, right? There you go. What's that?
So you notice how he said, I can't do it in real life, so I might as well do it in the game? That indicates if he had the choice, if he could get away with it, he would do it. That is absolutely disgusting. And look at this, absolutely disgusting as well. We got a picture-in-picture, different angles of him biting his fingernails. Then look at him, just absolutely drunk. But remember, former alcoholic. Now if you're wondering, I wonder when the next slave trade joke is going to happen. DSP's going to get drunk and say something really stupid. Well, guess what? That moment is right now. I'm not going to spoil it, but you would never expect DSP in 2025 to say these words.
Mariah Scary says, I just moved to another state. Any advice? Well, Mariah, what ethnicity are you? That's the question. Why do I need to know that? I don't need to know that. You're white as fuck? All right, so here's what you do. I have to preface this saying this is a joke, all right? You're in a brand new place. You don't know about how it is out there, right? So what you do is you walk outside, you walk to the middle of the street, and you just turn to the sky and you yell out at the top of your lungs, if it ain't white, it ain't right. And you see what happens. If you see people starting to pull out weapons and cocking guns, you start running. And now you kind of know your way, you know? Oh, shit. Jump over the fence. Whoa. There you go. All right, don't do that. I told you it was a joke up front. Don't listen. It was a...
So not only is DSP doing racist jokes, he's also having trouble doing the alphabet backwards. But I have a feeling, even if he wasn't drinking, he would still have problems doing the alphabet backwards.
Can I say the alphabet backwards is a goal? I think that's hard to do. I know that's a trick or a test that like cops do to see if you're inebriated. Dude, that's hard. Like, what's the alphabet backwards? Right? You have to think ZYX W V U T S R Q P O N M L K. I got stuck there for a second. K J I H G F E D C B A. That's tough. That's legitimately hard to do. Even completely sober, that's hard to do. You know how I think about it? I think about singing the ABCs, and I think about what does it sound like when you're doing that phrase that has those letters in it. So everyone knows X, Y, Z, so you say ZYX, but what's before then? You say TUV, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, so W, and then you say, well, TUV. Okay, so say it opposite, VUT. It's tough. It's actually tough to think about it backwards. I'm a very left to right guy when it comes to lettering. I can't think the other way.
And DSP also declared, white meat chicken is always dry. And now DSP is going to go on a rant about the song Who Let the Dogs Out and also the thong song.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever actually heard the full song of Who Let the Dogs Out. I just know the Who Let the Dogs Out, woof, woof, woof. Cisco's thong song back in the late 90s was literally nonstop playing on every MTV and on every radio. You couldn't get away from it. You'd be walking through the mall and you hear dong, da dong, dong, dong. Let me hear your booty call, baby. The dong, da dong, dong, dong. Like, oh my God, you get a headache. Like, what the fuck are we listening to? Why are we listening to this thong song? It's so bad. And the music video is even worse. This little, like, tiny dude with bleach blonde hair dancing around. Looks like a kid in underpants dancing around. Like, what the hell am I looking at, man?
And despite Truck Simulator being a game DSP said, I don't get it. You drive a truck, that's it? He now likes the game so much, he wants to buy the DLC in Truck Simulator. So he can drive in Washington, you know, his home state, Vegas, and New York. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator all over again. Then as you can see, this is how DSP's night went. He was jackknifing the truck the whole time trying to park it. Took him 20 minutes just to park this. And he said, I don't understand. It's moving on its own. How do real people do this? Then he had this to say to Kino Casino.
UFC. Most Tasteless has done it. Most Tasteless has gifted a single sub. Take that, Kino Casino. I got 1 sub versus your 100. Boo! Ha!
But the money was not coming in, and he threatened to wage quit Truck Simulator if he doesn't hit the goal. Remember, this is the very first actual stream of Truck Simulator. And DSP also said he does not know the difference between an oil tanker and a big rig. And he also promised, if you get him to the goal right now, he won't beg you for the rest of the night. He's like one of those annoying little kids that keeps bugging you and bugging you and bugging you and won't leave you alone until he gets what he wants. And then DSP got so desperate because Kick was not supporting him. He threatened to take everyone's badges away. The OG badge, the VIP badge. He threatened to take them all away unless someone started supporting right now. And it worked. And because of that, he hit the goal. And not only does DSP want to buy DLC in the game, he also wants to buy a wheel and driving pedal just for this game. It's the fight stick all over again. And then if you remember at the start of the stream, he said for $50, he would drive blindfolded tonight. Well, guess what? He said, no, I'm not doing that tonight. I'm going to finish the missions tonight, and I'll do it in the next stream. I promise. And despite him saying, get me to the goal, and I will not beg you anymore. I will not talk about the goal anymore. He's now saying he wants another $150 before he leaves. And then we have this. How's my driving? 1-800-GIN-DRINK. Vehicle ID, Snort 1651 220. And that, my friends, is how the week ended. If you like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards, and as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.